Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 95 of the Blurd Podcast. As always, we have Greentuner,
Hello.
Creamcast,
Hey, what's going on, guys? Was that loud? Was that super
that
loud?
was pretty loud.
It was pretty
Yeah,
damn loud.
yeah. Let it be loud, bitch. All right, go ahead.
What the heck? Darksyed,
What's up, guys?
and myself, the returning and still champion, TheEdUnderground.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Yeah,
Hey.
so moving forward.
Hey.
Hey,
EDU.
Ed's here.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
EDU. Wow.
TheEdUnderground, RVD. For
Is
the
that your
wrestling
new?
fans out
Is
there.
that like your new intro now? Like you're calling yourself the EDU?
No, but back when I used to play those WWE games where you can make your own character,
Mm-hmm.
I made
Yeah.
a faction called EDX. That's pretty cool.
EDX. Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
pretty
A
cool.
fashion?
Yeah,
Faction.
faction.
Oh,
like a
faction.
wrestling faction. Gotcha,
Yes.
gotcha.
Oh, you're so lame.
EX.
That's not
Yeah.
lame. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, back in the day, that was still
No,
cool. Like all the
that's lame.
cool kids had their little factions and whatnot. I mean, it's granted, it's like 10-year-olds would do that back in
I
like
said back in the day.
yeah. I mean, but
Mm.
I haven't played a wrestling game in years.
in
Years,
years,
actually.
I don't believe you. I feel like you probably played it recently. You just don't want to admit it.
I do want to
Yeah.
play a new wrestling game that came out somewhat recently.
AEW?
Oh, what? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I want
okay.
to try that one too.
It actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Talking about wrestling, I don't know if we discussed in the last episode. I think this is relatively new from like this week, right? Or from at least from our last episode. Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
Did he pass away?
yes,
Yeah, he
Bray
passed
William
away.
Wyatt.
Watanda, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Big fan of his ever since he did his cult leader gimmick, and even more when he
Mm.
did his
Fiend.
the
The
Fiend. Wow.
Yeah, the Fiend. That's
The
all I
Fiend.
know him from is the Fiend, honestly.
It's
So that's where
a
That was his creation. That was his baby. Very
Yeah.
creative person. Yeah.
and then 2 days before that it was Terry Funk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Terry
Yeah.
Funk
Two
played
or
as
two or
well.
3 days. Yeah. Terry Funk.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
so first Terry Funk and then Bray Wyatt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah, didn't he go through like 3 transformations? It was, I guess, you said Terry Funk, Bray Wyatt. Didn't he have another persona after the Fiend?
Oh, Terry Funk is a different person.
Oh, wait. Okay, so I'm confused.
So two people in the wrestling world died. Terry Funk, who's been around since I think the 80s,
He's been around forever.
maybe even the 70s,
But
not sure.
like to all like the people that are into wrestling,
Mhm.
he's like like a grandfather figure
Yeah,
because he basically was one of the ones that like would go to Japan, have hardcore matches, come back here, have regular matches.
Gotcha.
Mick Foley was
He fought Mick
inspired
Foley.
by him.
CM
All
Punk
these
was
other
also
wrestlers.
inspired by him.
Yeah, CM Punk. So a lot of people were affected by him.
Gotcha.
And then it was Bray Wyatt.
William Watanda.
Okay.
Rotunda,
Yeah.
yes.
That's his real name.
That's
yeah.
his real name? Okay.
Yeah, his dad was a dad or uncle.
Well, both actually. His
Both,
dad
right?
was
They were
the
wrestlers.
yeah. His dad was the IRS man.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Okay.
Oh, so he comes
Yeah.
from a wrestling family.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Okay.
dad and his 2 uncles, or either 1 or 2 uncles.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes that I can see that makes sense.
It's crazy though. I didn't know he had like a heart thing, right? Is what I read supposedly that it was
So, yeah.
complications, and then I guess he got. Again, this is what I read. I have no idea if it's true or it's BS, but he got complications due to COVID.
That is
what I
correct.
read.
Yeah. So
okay.
yeah, after COVID, he had complications. He had heart complications, and it was very not known to a lot of people. He actually had stepped away from the ring after doing his new gimmick character. Technically, himself and his brother, Uncle Howdy, but then all of a sudden he stepped away, and it wasn't said why, just health reasons, and no one knew what it was until his unfortunate passing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I heard about it, and I was, I haven't been in wrestling for a very long time, but seeing the Fiend, I always thought the Fiend was such a cool like persona,
It's a cool
like character.
Oh yeah.
So, and it's dumb because it's just a mask, right? But it just seems really intimidating at the time, and
Well, it's theatrics
well, it's
because
like
that's really what
American.
wrestling's about.
Yeah, it's
He
like
knew how
American
to
luchador. Like
yeah.
it kind of reminded me of that. It was like the
Yeah.
horror luchador. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I was why I didn't like wrestling at the time. I just thought his character and his persona was really cool. So I thought that was pretty dope. Not persona, but
He
character. Yeah.
he got his so the person did the mask, I forgot his name, but he's worked in the horror genre. He
Yeah,
asked him to
I
do
heard
his
about that.
mask, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
Who did he get?
I forgot his name, but he's very known in the horror scene.
yeah, I
I'm not
remember
big
that.
into horror. I mean, I've watched horror movies, but you would have to like be into horror to know his name. But he got him to do the mask, and it's not just the mask, but the person behind the mask. Like he gave it that character, the movements and the way he appeared in the ring and stuff like that. Not just the theatrics, the cinematography and the lighting, but it was a person behind the mask, which is like really cool. To me, the Fiend was like a next I wouldn't say next level Undertaker, but more like a modern day, like, okay, this is our Undertaker in a way.
Sure. No,
Yeah.
I can see that. But yeah, rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to him. Like, yeah, it was from what I heard from other people talking about him, he seemed like a very nice guy outside the ring, very down to earth, very centered. So, yeah, thank you to him, for giving wrestling fans all that entertainment for over the years and just bringing a cool aesthetic to wrestling. So, yeah, sad stuff, but yeah. So Edgar, weren't you just streaming just a second ago at AEW like watch party or something? Like,
Yes, I was.
yeah, what was up
Um,
with that? Like, why did you do
so
it? First off, I don't think I've ever seen you do a watch party for AEW. Was there like a special event that was going on, or what was that?
so oddly enough, there was a special event Sunday, which is probably the biggest wrestling money-wise event in history, which says a lot because it's not WWE, it's AEW, which is a independent company
Right.
that they made history on Sunday. But recently I've been like all of a sudden getting these TikTok videos of like people doing watch parties of WWE, NXT, and stuff like that. And they happened to be in my town this week, and I wanted to go, but can't because money, all that stuff. And it just clicked in my head, like, what if I just do a watch party? I mean, I'm already a wrestling fan in the first place, and I'm sure I can do what these other guys are doing
Mm-hmm.
and gals. Why not just do it myself? So I actually jumped on late because I didn't have the idea until later. And I mean, I like it, but it is different because I can't show
You can't
the
stream it.
wrestling. Yeah,
Yeah, you can't actually stream it live. Yeah, that's a quick way to get
that's
your channel banned. For sure. I mean,
and I did a quick like 10-minute like research, like, okay, what if I did show it? Because all these people that I saw throughout the few days,
yeah,
their Twitch channels, they don't show nothing,
yeah,
just themselves. Yeah.
yeah.
But their TikToks, they show themselves and the live stream or whatever. But
Right.
themselves on Twitch, nothing. So I just gave it a try. I like it. If it goes somewhere, awesome.
Yeah, no, it was. I didn't get to watch it. I'll watch the VOD afterwards. And see your reaction. But yeah, I mean, it's a popular thing. People, a lot of people do watch parties like for movies and so forth, and then they watch. They have their favorite streamer, watching the video or the movie at the exact same time. So no, it's a cool concept. Now were you watching like a pay-per-view? Was it a pay-per-view situation or nah?
No, so I was just watching a normal AEW Wednesday night Dynamite episode, which other people have done.
Mm-hmm.
I just did that just to see how it goes. And I mean, I wasn't expecting to get like 30 views. I got like I think a total of 4, which is fine. I just wanted to see if I like it first, because if I don't like it, I don't want to do it in the first
Sure,
place.
sure.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, do you when you do these watch parties, if you do continue to do them, will you be dressing up as your favorite wrestler?
No, although
Like Gold Dust.
God, but he's not my favorite wrestler.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. So I kind of
He
want to
is
see
definitely
you.
not.
I kind of want to
saw
see
where
you
this is going.
painted. I want to see you painted in gold paint all over your body.
No, I
And
won't. No.
actually, just don't wear a like don't wear an outfit like he did, like a leotard. You know, just wear just body paint. I would pay great money for that.
No. Although I did think about, not for Twitch, but just in general, I did think about dressing up as the Fiend for Halloween.
You should. That would be dope. I mean, we do our annual Blurred
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Podcast
that's
Halloween costumes, and
Hell yeah.
you going in as the Fiend would be pretty dope.
Well,
I
I'm
think.
not just talking about on here. I'm talking about like in general, like on Halloween Day.
Oh,
like,
you're gonna
as the
go
Fiend.
you're gonna
Like,
go trick or treating. Okay.
No, not trick or
I
treating.
will make sure to take you.
Old ass is
to-
going trick or treating.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
go trick or treating.
And I will promise I will take you trick or treating. You will go all. I will make sure all your candy doesn't have any crazy like razor blades in there or something like that. And yeah, actually, I'll probably take you trick or treating, beat your ass, and then take all your candy.
That makes
for you.
no sense.
So I'm a great
That'd be
father of the year for sure.
You know where that's from.
You said what?
Let me in.
Let me in.
Oh, the movie? Yeah,
No.
No, isn't that the Fiend?
Really? Yes, that's the Fiend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the
there-
Fiend.
I mean, Let Me In is a
Oh,
movie
dear
as well.
God.
Yes.
I don't watch stories. I told you.
I did
We
it in
can
the
talk about
voice.
Old school.
I don't know if that's the
You
great
can
voice.
talk all the wrestling you want. All the new stuff. I don't watch the new stuff, buddy.
Was that a great voice though? Like, I mean, it's not on par with your Joker. Yeah, that's not your forte. Voiceovers, I don't see that in your future.
I can do voiceovers. So go on.
Sure. Like, yeah, I mean, if we want to do Halloween this year and you want to be the Fiend, we should do like maybe a wrestling themed one. I already know what Greentuner is gonna be, so that's easy.
Wait, which one? Because there's a bunch of good ones.
Rey Mysterio, of course.
Oh God.
Oh, damn. You couldn't at least say Eddie Guerrero.
No, Rey Mysterio.
Or Chavo Guerrero. Just
No.
one.
Rey Mysterio. Darksyed will be was it Ratiki? What was his name?
Abdullah the Butcher.
Abdul the Butcher. Yeah, he'd be Abdul the Butcher. I'll be Booker T. Ed will be Ed
We'll be
will-
the Fiend. We'll be the Fiend. We'll be
No,
the
he'd
Fiend.
probably be
No.
like Stephanie
I already
McMahon.
claimed it.
Stephanie
What the
McMahon.
Creamcast
Yeah.
is Viscera. He can't be Booker
Who's Viscera?
T.
I'm about to Google
Viscera's
this.
like the big guy.
Well, can I be? No, let me be. What's his name? Mark
There was
Henry. I'll be Mark Henry.
No.
How about that? Yes.
Viscera's more funny.
Okay, sure. I have to
If
Google.
you know who
I don't
we're
know who.
talking about.
Yeah, I don't know who this person is. So I'll have to Google. Do a quick
Tall.
Google search.
Tall, big guy
Mhm.
in the Undertaker's faction, the Ministry of Darkness. He's passed away,
Okay.
Buckle
It-
up.
but he humped people too.
Nice. That's a
Wait, Viscera died?
He's dead.
Oh,
He died a while
yeah,
ago.
they all died pretty young.
He,
Yeah.
you can. No, I'm not gonna say anything.
What
Okay.
are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say, man?
Maybe diabetes and blood pressure. or
I didn't
something.
say anything. I just.
Greens. What the? It's like saying. It's like the equivalent of me saying like, what did Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna go down to your level. I'm good.
Oh, come down here, man.
No.
It's nice and warm.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not gonna go down. I'm going to mend. I'm mending my ways. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue to move on. All right. So talking about recent people that have passed at Underground, I know you had mentioned before when we were talking about setting up for the podcast. Harley Quinn voice actor, right, recently passed away. I knew nothing about this. It really didn't hit any of my feeds online. I don't know about Darksyed and Greentuner. Did you guys even know about this?
I barely follow the main cast.
I mean, I feel like if it's not Kevin Conroy, we don't know about it.
Yeah, exactly. And when I say barely, like me following is listening to you guys talk about what's happening with Kevin Conroy. So yeah, no, I had no idea who voiced Harley Quinn. What else did she do?
So she before the Batman animated series that we all know and love, she was in a TV show in the 80s. I forgot the name of the TV show because this is all recent news to me.
It's like Days of Our Lives or it
Something
was a
like
soap
that.
opera.
Yeah.
Oh, she was a soap
And
opera
Oh.
actress.
Yeah, she was a
Yeah.
soap opera.
but she was a normal 80s character, and there was one episode where she had a dream sequence where she dressed up as a clown, and later in life, when the people who were making or who are going to make the Batman animated series needed a new character that is not new to
Paul Dini.
yes,
Yeah.
and the
So
go on.
yeah, they were friends in like TV, like making TV shows and so when he got a chance to make, I think it was Tiny Toons, he brought her on, or he was inspired by no, I think I was reading that he brought her on for Tiny Toons, and then when he made Batman the Animated Series, they wanted to add a casual like side thug character for Joker, and
Yeah.
she was the inspiration, but she became like so much more, like she kind of you know, we know the story of Harley Quinn. She like started as a side character, but
Oh, so she's
Yeah.
she's kind of the inspiration of the modern day
she
Harley Quinn.
inspired the character
Yeah.
because Paul Dini created the character.
Okay.
So she was like the real muse for what Harley Quinn was in the animated series.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm looking at her. I'm on Wikipedia and just looking at all her everything she's been credited for, and I'm looking at. I see she was on Batman: Mask and the Phantasm as Miss Bambi, but she was uncredited in that. Direct to video, she did Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, which I thought that was a pretty cool
Mhm.
video or movie.
I don't think I watched that one.
Yeah, that's the one where that's
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, isn't that the one where I forgot who it was. Joker was implanted as a chip into Robin or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was able to like take over his body and his consciousness, and then Terry McGinnis had to like electrocute him, pretty much. Spoilers,
Yeah.
I know, major spoilers. Yeah, 2000
That's
movie.
fine. I mean, the
Spoilers.
cartoon's been
Like that.
around forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 2000.
It is a very dark story.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Really
It's a good story.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Yeah, it's a good
it
story.
was
Yeah.
good. It was
For its time too, for that being an animated series, that was pretty, I would say, dark.
It was one of those.
I'll
Well,
have
yeah, it
to
was definitely too
give it
dark
a
for kids.
watch.
Kind of surprising that they went that route.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Especially
It's a
the Batman
mentally
Beyond. So.
Well, yeah, it's like it's basically a child who was exposed to something so traumatic he became the Joker. Kind of.
he literally became the
Yeah.
Joker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Jason Todd? I think was it
It
Jason
was
Todd?
no, it was
No.
Tim Drake.
Tim Drake. Yeah, okay, yeah, Tim
Yes.
Drake. Yep, and Tim Drake, he pretty much got traumatized so much that he pretty much made himself into the Joker. And yeah, it's pretty wild.
I haven't seen it in a while. I'm sure there's more subtlety to it than I remember, but
It was pretty
it
good.
was pretty good.
It was a pretty good story for sure.
Yep,
Yeah, and then the
yep.
Batman animated series from 92 to 94, the new Batman Adventures from 97 to 99, Superman the animated series, she was in that, and then Gotham Girls, Static Shock, Justice League,
I
and
think we mentioned her name, but it's Arleen Sorkin.
Oh, did we? I don't think we mentioned her
think
name.
we
Yeah,
did.
Harley
No,
Sorkin.
nobody's mentioned her name.
Yeah,
Oh.
She was Arleen Sorkin.
yeah. So, yeah, rest in peace to her.
Yeah, I also didn't know much about her till she passed. So
I think we
kinda
talked
nice.
about this. Didn't we talk about this last episode where we were saying like voice actors, unless you're like one of the major ones, like you just really go uncredited.
We talked about Charles Martinet. Like we really didn't know his face until like recently.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I didn't know one of the characters from Bleach was the second Black Power Ranger. Didn't know that either till later.
I feel like there's only been one Black. See, that's the thing.
Well, no, there is only one, but
was there a
there
second
was a
Black
second.
Ranger?
There was a second Black Ranger.
You talking about actual Black Ranger or a black person that
no.
was a Power Ranger?
wasn't the second Black
A
Ranger an
Latino
Asian guy?
person. I think he's an Asian or Latino. Well, either way.
Oh,
An Asian
okay.
guy.
Yeah, I feel like if you say Black Ranger, in my mind, I'm only thinking that's the role only for Black people. Like that's reserved for us.
You would think so.
Yeah, it has to be reserved for us. But I'm trying to stop
What are you
myself
trying to say though? What are you trying to say?
Never mind.
Wait,
never
has
mind.
there been
They knew that's what you were
a
thinking.
red ranger that's black?
Yes,
Okay,
that
Oh,
was in
cool.
the
That's
Turbo.
That's
because
messed
that's the
up.
Yeah,
leader
that's
role.
messed
So
up.
that's what I was
That's-
wondering.
That is messed
Yeah.
up.
That they're race swamping.
But
Once
I
again.
did like
did
that
what?
they made
Race swap.
when they made the Asian
Oh,
guy
yeah.
the Black Ranger, they decided to make the Yellow Ranger black.
Yes,
Nice.
they did that.
Just to
Mess
switch
you
it
up. Yeah. When
Yeah.
they got their power, you're like, he's not supposed to get
Now,
that
Ed
icon.
Underground, has the White Ranger ever been
he
black?
starts beatboxing.
There's only been
Don't do
one
that.
White
White
Ranger.
Ranger?
Don't do that.
Oh.
So the
There's
white,
been Silver Rangers and
Silver
Platinum
Ranger.
Rangers or whatever, but never another White Ranger.
But
I don't think so.
has the Black Ranger ever been white?
Or has been like a really cool, like
Or
super
really light skinned? How
dark
about that?
Black Ranger.
Wow, guys, I think we're going down a race.
I don't know. I mean,
No, I wasn't even thinking that way. I'm talking like, because you know how they have like the.
I know, yeah.
No, I'm
White
not talking about
Ranger or
Darksyed.
whatever.
Darkseid's like, or has he been very light skinned, and
Yeah.
he,
You know what?
he just slipped him in.
Oh,
You know what? Though?
Anyways.
There's never been, from my knowledge, there's never been an Indian Ranger.
No,
in any series?
I don't, from my knowledge.
Eh,
I'm
it-
solid on Mighty Morphin and
Did we-
Turbo.
didn't they have a Native American one too? I think they've had a Native
Well,
American Ranger.
Tommy
right?
was
He was supposed to be the
technically-
Native
yeah.
American,
Oh, then
right?
there you
Was
go.
it
You already
Native
have your Indian Ranger.
No,
We'll take
You know
no,
what I mean.
We'll
that's not
take-
Indian. That's Native American.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I've said it before. You can take it up with Columbus. We will take Tommy as one of our
Oh, okay, sure,
Rest in
sure.
own. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. God. I mean, I'm
Alright,
pretty sure.
that's
Is there
pretty good. So
is
we
there not a
did.
Bollywood version of Power Rangers? I said-
sure.
There have to
must-
be.
You know what? I don't think so.
That would be such
Because,
an
No,
easy.
because
I don't think
it's from Japan. From one.
That'd
for
be
one.
dope. They have like musical interludes.
I mean,
I don't think Indian kids take to ridiculous Power Ranger stuff.
Oh, there is.
ridiculous.
Yes, there is an Indian one.
Oh, cool.
What?
Bollywood Power Rangers. Wait, actually, no. Is this a mock-up? This might be a mock-up.
might be a mock-up.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Never mind.
If anything, it was probably like dubbed in other countries.
Yeah, they have a.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, they do have. I think what they do. Yeah, they did a mock-up where they just take people's heads and put them on Power Rangers and made it into like Bollywood style. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what it is. Talking about Power Rangers, and I mean, I think we got distracted last time talking about Power Rangers and Beetleborgs and so forth. Talking about all that type of superhero stuff. I did finally get to watch Blue Beetle. And,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
sorry. There is
what?
Indian Power Ranger.
Huh? I would say I'm sorry you have to
A
watch
person,
it.
an
It's-
individual person.
It's the first one. It says the first. It's Jas Badwalia.
What?
Hmm. Oh yes.
No,
But Dwalia. The first
do you know who that is?
Indian-
Darcy?
But no, they said there's Power
yeah.
Ranger Beast
Wait a minute,
Morphers.
that's me.
Yeah. Like I know this guy. I know that guy. He's my cousin.
Aw.
No, there's an Indian
yeah,
Power Ranger.
there he
That's
is.
Jazz meets something.
So, Ed,
Beast Morphers.
You don't know anything about Power Rangers.
I said to my knowledge, I don't think there was one. And my knowledge is solid on Mighty Morphin and Turbo. Beyond that,
Ergo, your knowledge is limited.
I said to my knowledge.
Vis-a-vis.
I didn't say it was solid and everything. For Mighty Morphin and Turbo, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm
Beyond
looking-
that, I kind of fell off.
there is a Blue Ranger apparently. A Blue Ranger that is Indian apparently.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
the
just me.
Jasmine-
Wally.
Bed Wally.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the you guys were talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you guys. Yeah.
We
Who
made
would have
it.
known? I mean, Ed, you're obviously not the expert in Power Rangers, so
I didn't say it was.
there
Nor
must
do
be
We
Nor
had,
do-
some-
but we
nor do I
had
want to
Tommy,
be.
as we have cleared this before. He's the second. Then. Just meet is second.
He's
Wow.
second. Okay. I don't know if Tommy claims you, but I mean, we'll see.
Wow.
We'll see about that.
Tommy, do you have any objections, Tommy?
Oh, I'm done. No.
I don't hear anything.
I guess
so,
not. I don't hear
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, okay.
I don't hear
Wait,
anything.
Ed,
I
why?
think you're supposed to do a seance
Okay. Anyways,
Christ.
Look at my
anyways.
Ouija board.
Yeah, we're moving
Hiding
on.
with it. Look, he's saying yes.
Yep.
Walking away.
We're moving on. So yeah, I saw Blue Beetle.
The kid robot up
Getting
here.
like kicked in
Nope,
the head
nope,
with
nope.
like a ghost.
Nope.
You see me like flying around the room. Cecile! Where'd Ed go?
All right, let me know when you guys are done.
I've been done.
Thank you. So yeah, I went to see Blue Beetle. Yeah, Blue Beetle. Wow, I'm not gonna lie. Darksyed, I have to agree with you.
Yeah.
That movie was weird. That's
Now,
Oh.
I'm still pretty hot about the Mexican family situation.
I'm
Where do you fall here?
I fall on you know what, I'm actually okay with it, honestly. I feel like this is the Black Panther for the Hispanic
No,
community.
it's not.
Is
So,
it?
yeah, I
It's
feel
not
like
our Black
Wow.
Panther.
this
I'm
is your
happy for you then.
this
What's
is
the
your
Black Panther?
this is your Black Panther moment. And I'm so happy for you guys.
What's the
Actually, you know
Brown
what?
Panther?
It sort of is in
Yeah.
a really sad way. It is
Wait,
our Black
what's
Panther.
brown? What's Brown Panther?
What?
Brown Panther.
Yeah.
What?
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 Oh, because they said Hispanic. Get it? Play on words. Black Panther, Brown Panther.
Oh,
Who are you talking about there? I didn't know. Okay.
Blue Beetle.
No, the Blue Beetle
Oh.
is basically
Yeah, thank you.
our
Yeah,
Black
thanks for
Panther.
coming
to
Like,
the-
in a
welcome
sad
to the
way,
podcast,
it's
Ed
true.
Underground.
Beetleborgs.
Yeah.
It is true.
Welcome to the podcast.
Where'd you go, bitch?
Yeah.
I had to step away.
I feel like, yeah,
That was pretty
is that a
good.
true statement? Is this your
Yes.
Black Panther?
this
There's
is your Black
never
Panther
been
moment.
another I don't believe that.
Mainstream, like in theaters, Hispanic superhero movie? No.
Is
No.
No.
They were supposed to be the
Unless-
J Balvin.
Unless an actor somewhere is like a quarter Mexican, like
Well,
Ed
now,
Yeah.
James.
Dominic Toretto is technically a superhero.
No, that is not
Isn't
side.
he Italian?
Who? Dom?
Toretto.
I know
I
he
thought he was
plays
like-
Diesel.
Cuban.
No,
Is he Dominican
Cuban.
or
Yeah,
Cuban?
Dominican and Cuban.
He's Cuban.
Oh, he
He's
is Cuban?
Yes,
Well, the
All right,
character
we'll
I
take
know
that.
is.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
but that's not really
Okay,
a
fine.
superhero. That's not science fiction. That's
Hold on,
science
let
reality.
me look up. Let me look up
Blah, blah, blah.
Hispanic superhero.
Can you harness the power of an os?
Yeah, I mean, you
Creamcast?
kind of
Yeah,
can.
What?
Can you harness the power of Nas?
I mean, I can't. No, I obviously
Exactly.
cannot. Yeah.
So only a superhero like Dominic Toretto,
Toretto
Yes.
can.
would be able to
My apologies.
defy gravity.
And
Yes.
Just
lift,
with Nas.
lift cars with one hand.
Yes, I mean that is
Remember-
that is his superpower.
He did that.
He can
Which one was the fight when they were kicking the garage, the chunks of garage off?
Well,
with
Jason.
just
Oh, he was
by
fighting.
kicking them
Yeah,
on the ground.
he was fighting Jason Statham.
That's the one.
Yeah, he kicked.
Oh
he
my
stepped on the
God.
garage,
5 or 6?
and the
Yeah.
garage and the garage fell. Yeah, Jason
Yeah,
Statham.
and then he kicked like a chunk off just with a kick.
kick. Yeah,
I'm like, my God.
and don't forget that The Rock carried a machine gun off of a helicopter.
Oh,
shoot
a
another
turret
helicopter.
gun.
Yeah, turret gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he picked it up like it was
Turret
nothing.
gun.
Guys, he opened the door. I don't know. I can't. This is messed up. I can't tell if The Rock did this or Dominic Toretto did this, but it doesn't matter. One of them leaned out of their car and lifted
The
a
Rock.
torpedo
Yes, that was
and
The Rock.
turned it into another direction,
Yes,
like
that
a
The
Bugs
Rock?
Bunny
That was The
type
Rock.
situation.
yes.
Okay.
That's
Like,
a
this was
road
a
runner.
torpedo
situation.
launched from a submarine. He pulled up next to it, opened his door, lifted it up with his giant bicep,
Yes.
and turned it into a different direction.
Yes, that
His
was.
bicep turned into a different direction.
But you guys
I
are
believe
forgetting.
that was a nuclear tipped warhead.
But you guys are forgetting that ultimately this is not science. This is all real life, right? Everybody's doing the real. These are real stunts with real torpedoes. Like this is real life. So this is not like a fictional superhero story. So give him the respect that he
course.
deserves.
Wait,
So-
what is Batista's ethnicity?
Latino?
Is
No,
he Latino?
I don't.
have
I
no
think
idea,
I think
man.
he's a mix. I think Batista is a lot. One thing I know, he's not black.
Or is he? Let me roll my eyes at this one too. Samoan.
Let me see. Batista, right?
He's
That's
he's
the
crazy.
that's
He's
the
not
next
Samoan.
thing. That's the next thing.
He's not Samoan.
Greek and Filipino.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, his mother is Greek
Filipino.
and his father is Filipino.
Good combination, though. Good combination.
Yeah,
it's
I
quite
mean,
a combo.
It is quite
Yeah.
a combo.
So sorry, Greentuner. I tried to get you Drax there.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you're stuck
Uh,
with Blue Beetle.
It
I didn't
could be
understand
true.
the grandmother wasn't as annoying as you guys said they were. She's the typical matriarch or patriarch of the family who does
Oh yeah,
something.
very typical. Very typical.
Very typical.
Very.
Like
Yep.
they have a secret past that no one knows about. They can do really cool things that no one has ever guessed, and then everything's just laughter to them. And it's just like, oh, I'm just a feeble old woman, and now I've led the revolution to free Cuba from the invaders or whatever else.
That
Whatever.
no one knows about.
Yeah, she says she's a revolutionary, and I was thinking about it like they're Mexican, right? Their specific nationality is Mexican. The family.
Maybe.
I don't know, Greentuner. You're kind of the
Greentuner,
expert.
can you localize their ethnicity even more?
I think the dad, from the looks of it, is Mexican, and the mom is
see.
Central American.
Okay.
Ah, okay,
Gotcha.
all right.
Okay.
See, I was gonna be like,
I
what is-
think.
Yeah, okay. So then that would fit if she's like some kind of
Right.
Central American origin. Then yeah, there's a lot of revolutions going on there.
Yeah.
But she's like, all right. She was throwing out like, oh, revolutionary. I was like, what? She's trying to take down like, the
Here we go.
Democratic Republic of Mexico, or like, I mean,
I thought you were gonna
The
drop
imperialists.
something on
what? That January 6th joke or something?
there. No, just something on
okay.
that level.
I don't know.
Okay.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's one of those situations where we.
Involved in a wall or something.
Well, I looked at it. I can understand where you guys come from. But I'm not gonna lie. This movie
You
was
guys.
extremely boring. I fell asleep during the movie. My nephew and my niece who were sitting beside me, they said, "Uncle Eric, you snored a couple times." I'm like, I don't think I missed anything, and that maybe is maybe a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe credibility to
I
the movie.
never took you for a racist.
Okay, so we're gonna jump
What?
several hurdles and go
Uh-huh.
straight to racism. Sure. If I'm that, I'm that. I fell asleep. I'm racist against staying awake. I'm sorry.
Well, at least you didn't walk out of the movie. That's probably the worst thing you did.
That's the worst thing you do. I mean, I saw the
Well,
movie.
I could say there was a part
Worse
of me
than
that
being
wanted to go to
racist.
sleep.
Hmm?
You said what?
There was a part of me that wanted to go to sleep, almost did.
Yeah. Well, no, Darksyed. What did you say about racism?
Oh, I said that's worse than being racist.
That's absolutely worse than being
Snoring?
racist for sure. Yeah,
Walking out of
walking
the
out of the
movie.
movie theater.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, it's better for you to go boo boo and fall asleep during the movie than just walking out.
Yeah.
I mean, and the funny thing is, I went. Did any of you guys go to a movie, the $4 movie deal on Sunday?
no. I actually
No.
forgot about it.
You guys didn't take advantage of it.
I
So
knew about it. I just didn't want to deal with.
Oh, but you did?
Many
You took
people.
advantage?
Yeah, I took advantage. That's why I went to go
Oh,
see Blue
nice.
Beetle. And guess what? Blue Beetle was actually sold out. Pretty much standing room only.
Well,
At
come
Blue
on.
Beetle.
I mean, for
Good
$4,
for
yeah.
Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Yeah, for $4.
Yeah, I watched Blue Beetle. So yeah, me, my wife, and my brother-in-law and his kids went to go see it, and it was, like I said, it was for $4. I'm glad I saw it for $4. I'm not gonna lie, I've been very upset. It would have been not expensive nap, but it would have been I paid for a nap pretty much.
Did
I
you
don't
see
know.
it normal in IMAX or normal standard?
Normal
Whatever.
standard.
Okay.
Even the one I
How's
tried to see in the
normal
IMAX
IMAX?
was sold out.
For
Yeah,
$4, yeah.
yeah, for $4. Yeah, it was sold out. So we had to
Yeah,
go
but
see
you
it
didn't
normal.
miss anything in IMAX. I
Yeah,
saw it in IMAX.
Yeah, I felt like I wouldn't have missed anything. The movie overall wasn't bad. Like I would say it was okay. It was a very generic. It felt like a Phase 1 Marvel movie where, like, I would say like Blade even. Like before this would have been
Ooh.
good if the formula wasn't created type of movie. This seemed like a very good origin. Like if the DCEU had started with a movie like this, I'd been like, okay, this is not bad. This gives me like Iron Man 1 type of vibes, right? The formula is being created. They're getting like the bugs out, and then it would evolve and get better over time. That's how I felt like this would have been. But seeing how this is a DC movie at the end of the DCEU era, solid.
Expect more.
Yeah, I expected
Now,
more.
would
Solid
you
5.
say? Let me just. Okay, I'm going to list off here all the Phase 4 movies.
Sure.
Would you say it's better than Black Widow?
No.
I agree.
I agree.
Oh, these are not in order. Quantumanium.
Quantumanium.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. No.
M1?
No,
No, the
Quantumanium.
new
No,
one.
That's with
Quantumanium.
Kang.
recent.
With Kang.
Christ.
Oh,
I would
You
say
think
no.
That-
Quantumanium is better than this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree too.
Yeah.
All
No, the way
right,
you
all right.
pause it, like, yeah.
All right,
like-
hold on. What about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
No, that's still Shang-Chi is better than.
would
I
agree.
think that's a good comparison here.
That would be a
I
great.
think
That'd be
that's
a better
good comparison.
That would be a better
Okay,
comparison.
so do we think Shang-Chi is better than this? I don't know.
Yes.
I would say
I-
yes. Still,
Really?
I would say no.
haven't-
I think
yeah.
Blue Beetle slightly, but I mean like a hair.
Okay.
I can see.
okay.
I can see I can see it being shifted either way. I would say that it seemed like there was better action in Shang-Chi overall.
I really have to rewatch that movie.
I think the pacing-
I don't remember anything about it.
But the
It's
storyline
good.
makes more
It's
sense.
just
in
yeah.
Blue
So
Beetle.
that makes no sense. And then anytime they showed the village, it was really boring.
Yeah,
When they had like the villagers,
yeah. Like the beginning,
which was like 40% of the movie.
yeah, the beginning of like the beginning battle of Shang-Chi, where they first got the rings and showing like the power of it, really
The
cool.
bus,
I
the
don't
bus
remember.
scene
scene,
was cool.
yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
it's really
There's a
good.
bus
actions.
scene in this.
Yeah.
No, the
Yeah.
bus scene was him just
Well,
cutting.
no, yeah,
Oh, it's so
but
similar.
it was more action
All right, I
Yeah.
got
oriented on the.
I'm not even
Shang-Chi.
gonna.
In the
I'm not
bus.
even gonna mention Spider-Man: No Way Home. It's not even close here.
That's not close.
How about Eternals?
Ooh.
I would say
Ooh.
no for me. I think Eternals is way more ambitious.
I like.
I think Eternals was better.
I liked
Yeah,
Eternals.
I would say Eternals would be better.
I would have
Okay.
to agree. Yeah, Eternals will be better than Blue Beetle.
Yeah,
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Still better.
that is a clue.
No, I think this one. I think Blue Beetle's better than
Yeah,
Multiverse.
I'll say Blue Beetle's
I don't.
better.
I honestly
I-
don't know. That's so sad.
I would say
I've watched Multiverse twice, and I
Wow,
hated it
why?
more the second time that
Why?
I
I
watched
do
it.
want to watch it again.
My wife wanted to
I
watch it again,
don't.
so we watched it. And usually, movies you kind of forgive them more the second time. I hated this movie more the second time I watched it.
I think I know the
I
answer
agree
to
with you.
this one. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Blue
Blue
Beetle's
Beetle.
better. Yeah.
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Sad.
my hopes were sky high
Yeah.
Everybody
because
was.
I
You know what? I really,
what's it called?
Ragnarok.
really want to watch that movie
Ragnarok.
again.
I love
No,
Ragnarok.
I
That's
watched.
probably,
I watched it again, Love and Thunder,
Yeah.
and I hated it. I hated. I did the same thing as Greentuner. I hated even more so the second time because I knew what to expect and I saw it and I was like, "This is." I could spend time looking at a lot of the stuff like the whole Jane Foster Thor, Lady Thor was really cool.
Yeah.
It was just was underwhelming.
it was extremely underwhelming. It was like
Yeah.
a blink and you miss it thing.
Yeah, it was not good.
Last one.
Thor,
and I
and
think this
Thor is
easy.
coming out. They are coming out with a Thor 4, so that's been confirmed.
with Taika, right?
I think
Oh,
Taika's.
please no.
Yeah, I think Taika said he's still doing it,
I thought
but it has
Chris
been
Hemsworth
confirmed.
Said he didn't want to do another one like that.
He doesn't want to do another one like that, and even
Yeah.
Taika said that he overshot it. He knows that he messed up on Love and Thunder, so we'll see what happens. I think it might go back to Thor 2, like in between 2 and 3.
Ragnarok. That was like
Yeah.
peak.
No, I'm talking
It
about
was.
Dark World, where they went a little bit darker, and then I think it's going to be in between Ragnarok and Dark World, where it's darker,
Dark World
has some
I love
actual
Dark
consequences
World,
to it, but then still be a little funny, like Ragnarok was. So, go ahead, Darksyed. You were saying there was another movie.
Black Panther: Wakanda Forever was the next one. I wish
I mean,
could
I
remember.
think that's easy.
Oh, that just
that's
kills Blue Beetle.
Yeah, it's better than
no.
Blue
Talking
Beetle.
about Thor, I definitely want them to go. No, like I like Taika, but no more Taika involvement. Just I think because he naturally will veer into, comedy, and I like
Yeah.
that. But I think that you do need to do. I here's the thing. I would rather them give Taika Waititi something else. Like he would do great in anything else. But
What you mean,
Yeah, you gotta give him a
Marvel-wise?
fun
hell,
character.
you know what? I think Spider-Man. He would do interesting with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
Taika
really well.
Taika does give me
Yeah.
like Sam Raimi vibes. I think a better Sam Raimi. I think possibly.
Yeah, he could do really good. Like he would do well with the comedy.
Yeah.
I would love to see his pick of villain because I think it would be something interesting and different. Even like imagine Craven with Taika Waititi. Awesome. Like that sounds awesome.
Everything you guys were saying, I disagree with.
Why?
I don't know. I kind of gave up on Thor.
Yeah, okay, but
And
why is Taika
Well,
bad?
So you didn't
I
like
mean-
Ragnarok?
Ragnarok, yeah, but I'm saying, but beyond that,
I think
anything
what he was saying.
Thor-wise,
I think what he was saying about our opinions of like Taika being like a Sam
Yes.
Raimi and so forth. Like,
yeah.
yeah. Tell us why.
If you can't make Thor funny or whatever, or Sam Raimi-ish, you can't do it with any other
But
character.
he made the best Thor movie.
Yeah.
Which is odd because now he's
He
making the
made
worst Thor
one
movie.
of the best Marvel
I
movies.
Yeah,
don't
one of the
know.
best
Overall.
Marvel,
One of the best Marvel
Hold
movies.
on. You do know Thor: Dark World exists, right?
Yes.
Okay, so be careful with what you say. The worst Thor movie.
Well, Dark World and the first one.
Well, the first one I like.
No, I'm saying, but if you're gonna put it in order, right?
Oh yeah,
Out of the
first
three.
I would put Love and Thunder well above Dark World, like
Yeah,
well above it.
yeah, it's still above
Yeah.
Dark World.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that if
Malekith, baby.
don't
about?
don't leave Malekith alone, man.
You remember Malekith, right?
Yeah, everybody knows about Malekith. Like he's really one of those villains that, like, most villains, they come back and people reference them. Like Malekith literally got banned to the Shadow Realm.
He's
Like,
memeified.
Yeah, he's been erased from all history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like no one's ever
Shadow
brought
Realm.
him up. But no,
he got the Stalin treatment.
like Malu who? But no, to I think to Darkseid's point, like I think at Underground, I think you're forgetting about the first two Thor movies. Now, Thor 1 was good for what it was.
Yeah.
As once again,
Mhm.
this is Marvel building its formula. So the
Yeah,
formula's
it's an
not perfect.
introduction to the character, and it takes actors to get time to get comfortable in a role
Yeah,
before they really become, like who you end up liking. Like I'm pretty sure if we look at Hugh Jackman's first portrayal of Wolverine, is nowhere near as good as Logan, let's say,
yeah, absolutely.
because by that time he already, he was Logan.
Yeah,
But it was still good.
I think it's.
I haven't watched the first one in a while.
Yeah, I think you might have rose tinted glasses. It's
Well,
good,
I'm just
but it's
saying,
not the same.
compared to Blue Beetle, I mean,
Well, I mean, I would say view Blue Beetle as even though this is Marvel, we're coming off of the end of like I said,
DC.
the DCEU, where we have Shazam.
okay.
We have movies like Man of Steel. So we go from highs of highs to lows of lows. Then there's Blue Beetle, which, and all in all, is pretty good for DCEU. So like, I mean, and we're coming like off of like Aquaman, which was really good, was surprisingly good.
Yeah.
And then once again, you go to Shazam, and it's just like, oh, this is pretty bad. So
Well, and let's be fair with
Okay.
Blue Beetle.
Okay.
I don't care who you are. When this movie was announced and everything, nobody was fucking, counting down the days for this movie to come out.
Absolutely not. No one cared about Blue Beetle.
You know what I
whatsoever.
mean? So basing it on that, you can't. This movie was never meant to be more than what it is.
True. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like I mean,
exactly. It's not like Blue Beetle was fucking fighting. What's it called? Darkseid. He wasn't helping out the Flash.
Batman.
He wasn't in some weird like
at one point he
cross-dimensional barrier where you could see nothing. This is like a movie that's literally a little thing that they just released.
Well, you know what? Now that you
the little
mentioned,
things can be really good. You know what I mean?
They can be really good, but I'm saying for what it is, I think it's good.
well, I
for
think
what
now,
it is.
Now that you mentioned the little things that they took out, I kind of want to see what those things were.
You're talking about like Flash and Superman, because initially Flash, Superman, Wonder Woman were supposed to be in this movie, as cameos. So
I think it would have kind of helped a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it would have if there was a continuation of that, but I think you guys are kind of jaded and thinking how well, like think of Shazam 2 with Gal Gadot coming in a one shot, and nobody was sitting there and was like,
and this is I think this is mostly TheEdUnderground.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
we were complaining about all the damn cameos.
Yeah.
All of us.
yeah. Well,
It's
I mean, I
too much.
complained
It-
about
well,
it too.
well, we weren't complaining in Flash though. To be fair, right? I think we all said that Batman
Flash made
sequence.
in Flash it made
was pretty
sense
nice.
because you're talking about like cross universe whatever.
Sure.
In Shazam, where he's fighting, two goddesses, Greek goddesses, whatever. At the very end where she had no impact in the
It has
story.
no
that we were like,
reference.
what the fuck?
It's no reference to the plot. She literally just popped in there, but with
Yeah,
Flash, it was an organic part of the plot.
It's the Justice League.
Yeah,
and it
it's
made
just-
sense. Yeah, because
yeah, it
that's
made total
Flash in the
sense.
Justice League.
Batman is a
exactly.
big part of the story.
Yeah,
Sure.
So it made sense. It fit. But yeah, I don't think that would have worked out. Blue Beetle. I mean, I don't know how they would have done it, but I really don't. Yeah, at that point, it would have cheapened that cameo even more. They would
Sure.
just blue screened them.
we were all
and,
predicting a cameo.
they would have done the Poochie like the
I'm going to my
cell-shaded-
home planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. Or they would have did
Flash?
something. Remember, or
You see
like they did in
the
Peacemaker.
cell just
Yeah.
jump up.
Or remember, like they did in Peacemaker, they had Superman's back and Wonder Woman's back turned toward.
Yeah,
Like we
yeah.
obviously know that's not them, but they have
Yeah.
Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller. You get to see their faces and talking. It's kind of a cheap thing. It's like, okay, they could have done it, but nobody would have been excited for it. And then plus they would given us all blue balls, right? Like going back to our title last episode, is that if we would have seen the Justice League show up in Blue Beetle, like it would just brought more pain to our heart, like how we saw at the end of Black Adam, seeing Henry Cavill probably for the last time ever in the Superman costume, even though we were all excited for that shit. So I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I give this movie a solid 5. I don't want to go through a complete review over it all over again because I have a lot more to say about it. But yeah, I would give it a solid 5. It's an average movie at best.
5 out of 5. Excellent.
I mean, is it like Latino History Month or something like that? If it is, I'll bump it up more. Like if we review Black Panther during African American History Month or Black History Month,
we did, didn't we?
Yeah, if we do, I'm just saying.
We did.
We probably did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to give it 10 out of 10. So since this is not like Latino History
Look,
Month,
we're too lazy to look up Hispanic Heritage Month.
yeah, it's Hispanic. I'm just giving it new names. And we can take a quick look. Well, when is?
I think it's March.
There's nothing happening right now. I'm
April.
sure.
I'd say it's April.
You're taking April?
I'm
All
taking April. Got money on April.
I'm gonna say
That's
September.
March.
I'm gonna say. I was gonna
that
say
could
March.
be Asian History Month. Is it March?
No, I
don't
haven't
know.
checked yet. I'm gonna say
It's
May
April.
for Cinco de Mayo.
May. Oh, that's
Cinco
good.
de Mayo is
Oh,
very
wow.
minor.
Oh my guys, we're
September.
It's March.
No,
Each year, Americans
Greentuner is-
observe National
Greentuner is
Hispanic
correct.
Heritage Month
September
from September 15th to October
September
15th.
Wait. Greentuner, did you check that before or no?
No.
Oh, see, it's just in his blood. He knew it. Yeah, September 15th to October 15th.
That was in my
So-
blood too. I just had to double check.
No, it's very
My
diluted.
ass, you
Very
did.
diluted.
Technically, it's currently August, so it's 5.
Yeah, it's fine. So 5 out of 10 is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
5 out of 10.
Alright.
5 out of 10. Boom.
Fucked up. Should have seen it earlier.
No, I should have
Later.
saw it later. I should have
Later.
saw it later. I should have saw it when it came out on DVD, and then boom, we would have been. It would have been a 10 out of 10. It had to be. So it automatically get 5 points.
Yeah. So you weren't offended by Nana. I'm shocked.
No, I get it. But I get it though. I understand why you guys dislike her. She's that typical generic, and I'm so tired of seeing this. This is the typical.
It's the equivalent of a rapping granny.
Yeah.
Well, no,
it's
like you know how like in the movies it's like like Thor: Love and Thunder, like we were just talking about. At the end of the movie, all of a sudden Thor shares his
the
power.
Kids with the
kids.
weapons.
Yes, it's so
Oh.
cringy and it's so corny, and it's just like, dude, like it's such a typical trope. You give the most underpowered people, you give them a power up all of a sudden, and then you play some crazy music. They do play some Metallica or something like that. Some AC/DC in the background. All of a sudden, they're super powerful. They destroy the enemy, and then everybody's like, "Who are you?" Like, okay, let's go. And they just pretend like nothing happened. Such a typical trope. It's so tiring. It's boring. So that's
Yep.
why.
Alright.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
yeah.
Seen it
that's
before.
But that's why I say I understand what you guys are saying about Nana. same trope. It was a very easy. It was a softball pitch, like
Extremely
easy lob up.
softball.
Yeah, easy lob. This could have been. I mean,
And some other
absolute.
stroke out.
Yeah, this could be an absolute knuckleball. They could have knocked it out of the park, but they went with the easy route. And I feel like a lot of DC movies kind of do that now. They go the easy route because that's what's going to. It's lazy writing. I would say lazy writing for sure. So
It's not really. It is lazy writing, but I think it's more the rewrites and reshoots and cuts and this
Sure.
and that and all these crazy things. It's it's bound to create these mediocre scripts because they keep rewriting them and reshooting everything.
Well, as a person, as a viewer of the Blurd Podcast has said to me in the past, the difference between and I would love to hear from the comic book aficionados on this panel, which is Darksyed and Greentuner, and a little bit of Ed Underground.
And
Yeah,
What?
Ed Underground.
it only talks about what he sees on YouTube.
That's fine.
Who was the Batman King or whatever? Wasn't it me? Remember
No,
had
you
that Batman
figured-
battle or whatever?
King Idiot, we said.
It
No.
was.
Yeah.
But go on, go on.
Ed didn't win the
King
multiple choice
dummy.
Batman
You
competition.
have all forgotten.
And we
did.
and we do have it on
that
video.
guy- look,
And we have it on
Darkseid wasn't
video.
even taking it seriously. Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
come on.
you're making excuses now.
Nope, he won.
Yeah, he
That's
won
right.
fair and square. Ed was on his peds that day, so give him his credit. He was taking his super brain food that day.
We'll do it again
Alpha
at
Brain.
Underground, and
We-
there'll be no multiple choice this time.
Yeah,
so
no
that'll
multiple
be
choice. Yeah,
great.
that would be actually kind of fun.
Yeah, multiple choices where I thought that was a bad idea.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
a bad
okay,
We
idea.
should have
well,
just asked
well,
straight
we
up
said it.
questions because
Clearly the
that
reason
really
why
Okay,
I
we'll do our
Past your
annual.
knowledge.
Okay, we'll do our
No.
annual Batman thing.
No.
Okay, so to say my
we'll
point.
have to wait till
No.
February for that.
February. I'm sorry.
I am
That's-
retired.
Under tradition.
I am the king.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
retired.
no, you can't retire.
Batman
off of
history.
the-
Oh,
yeah.
wait. So you can retire playing KI.
I'm choosing to retire.
And
You
I'm
can't
choosing to also.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you retire, the belt it doesn't retire. I'm just saying.
The belt
No,
doesn't
the
retire.
belt can retire.
No, the belt doesn't
No, the
retire.
belt-
If the
I thought
belt
you're a wrestling
retires,
fan. The belt doesn't retire.
then you would have to retire your
So
belt too.
okay, so Ed, you're telling
I
me
didn't have a
that
belt. I just beat you. Is all I'm saying.
mean,
I didn't
that's
get a
Yeah,
belt.
he
There was no
retired. Look,
belt here.
Darkseid and I
I
are
didn't win
retired
anything except
comfortably.
the sheer honor. of
but
beating
I
you.
never got a
yeah,
belt.
You didn't get a belt. Nobody
You
got
didn't
a
get a
belt.
belt either, right?
No.
Okay.
I just got. I just know that I just destroyed you.
And I destroyed you as well.
I think I was blindfolded too. Did I ever talk about that?
Yeah, I think
My
it was a
hands were
blind.
tied
yeah,
behind my
yeah.
back.
you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Blindfolded
blindfolded.
playing KI for the
Well,
first
yeah,
time.
I was
So-
asleep.
so
answering
Ed-
questions.
His hands were tied behind his back. Ed
Yeah.
used those oral skills that he's so good at to wrap his mouth around the controller
Mm.
or
Yeah.
around the joystick.
This has not happened.
And Ed has
And
this
so
particular
he would have
skill.
been better then. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Ed has a particular skill where he
Makes
can
no
use.
sense at all.
He can wrap his mouth around a joystick
Hmm.
and still use his tongue to touch the buttons at the same time.
This
It's
dream
quite-
that you have is so unrealistic.
Yeah, and some people call him Venom, the way that his tongue goes out. And
You would
it's
like to
beautiful.
call you that.
Yeah.
But
Throatzilla.
Yeah, sometimes they call him Carnage. The way that he can just put his tongue out is absolutely ridiculous.
What were we talking about?
Oh, so I was talking about avid viewer, said that
Avid viewer.
the reason why DCEU versus Marvel is so much better is that Marvel stuck to the comics. So Marvel didn't recreate they didn't recreate the storyline whatsoever. Well, they recreated obviously to put it into a movie format, but they didn't actually change anything. They didn't deviate from the comic books as much as DC does.
I don't know. DC didn't deviate too much from the comic either.
You don't think so? With the like Aquaman, Blue
The
Beetle.
story of Aquaman is pretty.
Aquaman, Blue Beetle, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman,
Blue Beetle's
Batman.
pretty much that.
I think
that-
all of it really.
Is that the comic book? I know. I mean, the original Blue Beetle.
pretty- I haven't read it in a long time. In 2006, I think the character was revealed.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think if that statement's true, and I don't know if I'll agree with that.
Well, that's what
What
he
did they
believes that what
change?
Marvel.
No,
that's
the
what,
DC Snyderverse is based on like a New 52 stuff. So
that was his
I don't
opinion.
know.
So I really.
I mean,
could-
I think there's shades of truth in that. There's
Sure.
shades of truth, but I don't think they went in a wildly different direction at all.
I mean, and that's fine. That's
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about the success of Marvel versus DC. That was one of his opinions of why Marvel was so successful, because they stuck to the storylines that made sense through the continuity of the MCU, while DC is kind of picking out random stories.
We talked about this. I think their secret to their success is they hit hard, fast, and first, and they stayed consistent in their vision.
Right.
Whereas DC was like, didn't know what it was trying to compete. It wasn't trying to compete. It, jumped ahead. It jumped, fell behind. It didn't know how to tell the stories.
Sure.
DC was the biggest tragedy of superhero movies to date. They have the better universe.
Modern cinema. I would say modern cinema. They're kind of a tragedy.
They have the best comic book universe. They have the most
DC has the best
book universe.
Yeah.
They have the better characters.
Hands down, better characters, better storylines,
they just could not pull it off.
Well, I think you said it best, though, is that ultimately it is a modern tragedy, cinema tragedy, because they have all this great cinema. They have all these great they have all these great stories. They just couldn't execute them consistently.
And they had a head start. They've been in the movie game longer than Marvel. Marvel's bankrupt, and they were making movies. They just didn't have courage, and that's what Marvel almost came out of desperation, like Iron Man. The story of Iron Man. Like they hinged on that. You know what I mean?
Started with Blade, and Blade was literally a desperation move. That was
Blade saved Marvel.
Blade was, if Blade was a flop, there probably would be no Marvel to this day. So it was out of desperation. They had to do it well. And then you go from, A-list actor, which was Wesley Snipes at the time, pretty high up actor. I would say maybe not necessarily A-list, but pretty close.
For its time, I would think so.
It's pretty big deal.
But he's pretty big.
At his height.
He's a big deal.
He's a big.
At least at that point in time,
it was at his height, I guess.
Yeah, it was definitely at his height. At a height.
I think it was a little bit after his height. I think it was on his way down, but he was still
right. But he was
on his way down.
He was still recognizable.
He was down on the way down. He was a recognizable name. He was a household name. But I think that shot him back up again because it did so well. And then after that, he really hasn't done anything since then. So
but nothing quite like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. It went from a huge downer. Meteoric rise, yes. Yeah. So I agree with that. But Marvel, DC did have the upper hand as far as movie creation is concerned. Marvel just was able to take risk.
Could not commit.
Yeah.
They could not commit.
Yeah. If you don't,
I'm telling you, there is a great.
If you don't,
maybe it's been written, but I want someone to write the definitive. Like comic book, like movie war book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That documented this whole thing, because it's a crazy, like, what was this?
Retrospect?
15, 20 years?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the MCU and everything in its wake.
Yeah, it's been about 15. It's been 20 years, yeah.
20 years, right?
Yeah.
Insane.
It's insane how high they've risen.
That bubble, which we can confirm now has popped, but that bubble, they were talking about that bubble bursting like 10 years ago, and it stayed pretty consistent.
Yeah, I think the bubble's still not burst 100% yet. I think we just need better writers.
It's deflating, but people still watch the movies.
Yeah, we just need. I think they need to get more serious. I think it was an easy layup before. Now you're getting to a point, if you're going to continue to put out this genre, something like with rom-coms, right? At one point, like in the early 2000s, right? Rom-coms, 90s, early 2000s, rom-coms were king, right? You could pretty much make any type of rom-com and make money off of it. Put a couple of A-list actors in it, boom, and make some half-witty jokes, and then it will be a success. I don't think you can do the same thing for superhero movies. You can kind of just do the easy layup, and then you have success. Now you can't do that anymore. DC was just late to the game, and unfortunately they just didn't know, like you said, they didn't want to commit, they didn't want to take a risk. So this is the situation that they have right now. And I think Blue Beetle is the perfect example of how bad Marvel or DC was overall. As their latest movie, they should not be doing barely $50,000 as the original movie, right? If the movie is good, people will support it. The Hispanic community will come out support it. It wasn't a good movie. Just like how Black Panther was, Black community supported it, and then once everybody else was supporting it, well, Black people supporting it, everybody else was like, okay, they supported it as well, and realized that Black Panther, especially the first one, was one of the best Marvel movies to date. So yeah, that's just Blue Beetle is just what it is. It shouldn't have made that low of an amount of money, and I have to agree. Like I said, 5 out of 10. So that's my heart sticking point to that. Okay, so outside Blue Beetle, we have another Disney lineup, which we weren't we were definitely hyped for, but I think coming off of the heels of like what was it? What was that series? Obi-Wan, yeah, Obi-Wan.
Oh, right.
We weren't necessarily sure how the live action main Star Wars, I would say main Star Wars, especially a Star Wars series off of the hype of Rebel.
It's not main adjacent.
It's main adjacent, but it's not like where
it's dealing with the main character.
What are you thinking about? What's this?
It doesn't highlight the main characters, but the
it's like
passing characters of the main storyline.
But it's not as removed like Andor is. Andor is very removed, and it's a great series, right?
Andor's extremely removed. Yeah, you're right. This one at least has someone that took a bigger role in the main story.
Yeah.
But in the main storyline, I don't think she's significant, really.
Oh, well, we'll talk about it. So we're talking about Ahsoka. We're on, I think, season 1, episode 3. Just came out on Tuesday. So yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and just kick off this conversation. I think we've all seen all 3 episodes, right?
Yes.
Did you actually watch all 3 episodes, or did you just watch YouTube? Okay, just one.
He watched YouTube shits.
Yeah, he just watched YouTube
I have not.
shits. It was like
my history.
Angry video. Yeah, I don't want to see your history, Ed. That makes me kind of.
Sure, mine is probably the cleanest one here.
Actually, probably so.
Probably
so.
Yeah,
I do follow the downfall of certain people on Twitter. Their accounts. So it's not necessarily
to make sure when they jump on OnlyFans.
Well, that's the funny thing.
Smart.
Yes, when they jump on OnlyFans, exactly.
Elon Musk has OnlyFans?
Yeah, of course. You don't know?
I don't.
Yeah. Well,
go on.
Well, now you know.
Now you know.
Cybertruck porn. Yeah, great times. Okay, so yeah, I mean, first 3 episodes. I came in. I did not watch Star Wars Rebels. I really have never been into the animated Star Wars movies for the most part. They always seemed childish, but I'm the same person that watches anime, so that's kind of a moot point. Anime. So yeah, I was like, I didn't know what to come in expecting. Was she only in
Rebels, or was she in the other cartoon too?
They're all in Rebels. Oh, you mean
this is a sequel? This is a sequel to Rebels.
Ahsoka Clone Wars, because that's I think the big one, right?
The main Clone Wars is the main series.
Okay.
Was she in Clone Wars?
No,
yes.
She was not in any of the main movies.
Yes, she was.
Ahsoka?
In Clone Wars.
He said Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. She was in Clone Wars.
What?
The series Clone Wars.
The series Clone Wars.
I said the main movies.
We're not talking, but none of us are talking about the main movies.
Nobody's talking about.
Nobody said the word movies. We're talking about the TV show.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
The show is heavily based on Rebels, I guess.
It's a sequel. It's a sequel to Rebels.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that's what I was wondering if she was in the original one, Clone Wars.
She was.
Yes.
She is the main character. You could.
Are we talking about the movies now?
No.
I just want to make sure for Ed. That was a check.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ed.
So
yeah, okay. So
50 times. So
did you guys watch Clone Wars?
Yeah. You said what?
Did you guys watch Clone Wars either?
No.
I've watched maybe I think 2 or 3 seasons.
Okay. And
so I know
I never kept up.
I've seen bits and pieces. I wasn't really big into it because I felt it was mainly for kids, and it is for kids. But I was more concerned about other things at that time. So
So I'm gonna say like it's one of those shows that is aimed at kids, but it's more like has more mature themes and storytelling, like just like Batman the Animated Series, like stuff we like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
A lot different, though.
the show has a very good reputation for that reason. It's regarded as a show that kids would enjoy and adults would enjoy. I think both series have that reputation.
Yeah, I have friends that have watched Clone Wars and Rebels. They're grown, they're adults, in their 50s and so forth, 40s and 50s, and they really enjoyed it. It's one of the best Star Wars series to date, for sure. And I believe they said I think Clone Wars you can skip, or maybe it was Ahsoka. I forgot. It was one of them. You could possibly skip one season on it, but the rest it's kind of, if you want to keep up, you have to watch everything. But yeah, overall it's very well regarded by the fans. And
I did go back and watch the first episode of Rebels after 2 episodes of Ahsoka.
And what you think?
I think the feel, you could tell they come from the same place, and like the writer Dave Filoni, I think that there's a feel to the characters and the world that I think he's, and I'm like I said, I'm not as entrenched as other people have been in the series, but just based on the one episode, you can feel the like the writer's hand in it. You know what I mean? Like it's his universe. So that the first 2 episodes have a similar feel. Okay. And maybe it's just the him writing the characters, and they have this history that we're not used to. But I got that feeling out of the first episode for sure.
Now, do you feel like the story? So do you feel like this is now that you've seen the first episode of Rebels and now watching this, do you feel like this is a passion project? Like, really, this is like Rebels come to life? Does it feel like that to you?
I can't say. I mean, it seems like that. Like, just looking at Rebels, it definitely, like, the first episode's the most accessible. It was definitely very like Cartoon Network, when you watch it.
Yeah,
but
sure.
if you look at the where it ends up, like I've seen like images of things, and it seemed like the story matured and got darker, and obviously we see shades of that in Ahsoka. But but I just think there's hints of what I saw in Ahsoka in that first. So it's like the DNA of the series is still there from little that I did see. It was pretty evident.
A lot of Ahsoka's mannerisms too, from what I know, the Rebels series is in the live action Ahsoka. Like when Ahsoka in this live action series, she folds her arms out a lot. If you see her do this a lot, she also does that in Rebels and in Clone Wars too. But I didn't really get into Rebels until it started getting darker. I know the ending and her fighting Anakin, or rather Darth Vader. I know how Ahsoka, or why Ahsoka left the Jedi Order when she was framed for something, and then found out she was innocent. And then, even though she was innocent and welcomed back into the Order, she decided not to go back to the Order. I know stuff like that, and a few of the characters. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah.
Nice. Ed.
Very cool, Ed. Very cool.
Thank you,
Ed. I know parts of Rebels and Clone Wars.
Well, I guess we don't really have a good foundation of the source material, so we're just, so moving on from the source material, I don't think we can we have any background here, but
we don't know shit.
I know.
That's pretty much that's a nice way of saying it.
I know enough. Yeah. I know how Ezra, or where Ezra is, and all that stuff. I know that Ezra pulled out Ahsoka through a portal to save her from Darth Vader when Darth Vader was literally about to kill her. Yeah, I know bits and pieces. I know enough to get me by.
For all we know, you made all that shit up just now.
Yeah, exactly.
What's scary is
moving on.
What's scary is that and this is kind of maybe a concept we should live by when on the Blurd Podcast. We should know that we know enough to realize that we don't know enough. And I feel like with this, like for the source material, pretty much none of us know.
Yeah, all I know is I know nothing.
Yeah, you can call me Socrates or Socrates nuts.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, but ultimately, at the end of the day, none of us we're coming from the base from the base lore, we don't know enough. I mean,
We're
this
coming from where the show is introducing us to these characters.
Which is
Right.
good. Which is good though, because a lot of people that are watching Ahsoka have not seen Rebels, have not seen Clone Wars. And
I agree.
the
And I think
majority
from that perspective, it should speak to the quality of the show. So, I mean, I think from that perspective, I like the show. I thought it was real good. I thought the action and I've heard a lot of talk about the pace of the show, but I thought it was super well paced. I thought
It has some slow parts.
Yeah,
Ahsoka?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree. I have to agree with Darkseid.
I agree with that
I wouldn't
too.
call it a slow show, but
Mhm.
it does have some like slow parts because then they'll give you moments of like really crazy action with like Ahsoka and that cyborg thing,
Mhm.
and then they're like shooting shit at each other, and like there's this giant scene of smoke and everything, and the fucking ship goes away and everything, and bam, they'll throw you into some like boring thing that's happening somewhere else.
Well, that's not a
I don't
cyborg,
think-
that's Android. And that Android's been helping younglings.
Yes, I know,
Got
Hunt
you.
Jedi.
Got you,
Yes,
bitch.
yes,
Got
yes,
you.
yes, yes, yes. Yes.
But
Um,
I do agree that episode 3, it was slow for me. I was hoping or looking forward to them going to the
I love the
Galaxy.
concept. I love the concept of episode 3. It's short, but like the entire episode's
it
a
was
chase,
definitely short.
just like space chase. Like I like love that idea. Like I was like, by the time I realized like this is the whole episode. This is what they're going to do the whole episode. I was like very exciting. And you know what? Shades of that episode has shades of that Millennium Falcon through the asteroid belt, through the Jango Fett chase sequence that in Clone Wars. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. When they're
No.
trying to hide, is it?
Well, the
In
Jango
this
Fett
one?
one, I was thinking with the Obi-Wan Kenobi in Attack of the Clones. Sorry, in Attack of the Clones,
Oh, okay.
where he's chasing him through the asteroid belt.
Mhm.
It felt cinematic, was what I'm saying. The third
Oh.
episode felt like a
Yeah,
cinematic
parts did feel cinematic.
action
Yeah.
sequence in
Yeah.
a Star Wars movie. It felt like that again.
I have problems with that though.
Okay,
Go ahead.
what
With
were your problems?
this scene anyway.
Yeah, go tell
Just
us.
I know that a few times they did hit Ahsoka's ship, and sure, shields or whatever. But
Mhm.
when Ahsoka shot down the enemy ship,
Yeah.
one shot took him down.
Yeah, but
Kinda have
that's standard
Standard.
Star Wars.
Yeah, that's
Hello.
standard.
That's
Yeah,
Star
You've not
Wars.
seen
Yeah, that's
any Star Wars movies?
I have.
Yeah.
I just
TIE
I don't
fighters
know.
practically have a bomb on their front of their
Yes.
ship.
Yes.
Like literally, they put strategic
graze them.
bombs. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like this is most likely where you're gonna hit.
Luke
We're gonna put a bomb
Skywalker
on there.
was
Yes.
Wait
a
a
farm
minute.
boy. He was
Yes.
a
Wait a
farm
minute.
boy who
Don't
was
do
like,
that.
get into this thing.
Don't tell me he
This
got
is
into the
rich.
X-wing and
He
so.
was- No. He was a farm boy who just got off a desert planet, and he's
Yeah.
taken out ace pilots.
It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
that he's a farm boy who has never
People
been.
have been
in an
trained
X-
since
pilots, but-
youth to
Yeah.
pilot ships.
Yeah,
He's never
Yeah.
been
And
an
have been in
X-wing.
wars and conflicts.
Yeah, never
Yeah.
been an X-wing in his life.
yeah.
And the first time he's getting in, and yeah, he's shooting down ace
Woo!
pilots who have been in war for their entire lives.
It was the
Even
Force.
Han Solo had to tell him not to get cocky,
Yeah,
but he should be cocky because it's pretty easy
Mhm.
to do, apparently. Also, stormtroopers are notoriously easy to hit, as
Yeah,
is
they're
the meme.
and their
Terrible
armor
shots.
and their
Yes.
armor literally does nothing. It's
Yeah,
literally there for
nothing.
decoration.
So in that sense, it made total sense.
Like
Well,
you
and
can go to
Sure.
you can go to the costumes. You can go to Party City, buy you a stormtrooper outfit, and it's the
Mhm.
same combat rating as you would in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Like if
Damn.
you throw a water balloon too hard at it, it might crack and you might die. From
It's a +1 and debuff is everything.
Yeah,
So
right.
the Empire, literally, they were made in China.
Made in
Literally
China,
from
yes.
the Empire.
Man, China. Like
All right.
we're in a galaxy
No,
far,
but
far away. But
I was gonna say this rich coming from the guy that not too long ago was defending the absurd ways that the Force was
I thought you were
portrayed
about
in
to say
Obi-Wan
Epstein.
Kenobi. Which
Wait,
one?
wait, what?
don't do that. Don't talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi again and the deep. Oh, wait, go ahead.
Ed was just finding excuses left and right for all the plot holes there. But when it comes to
Well,
Ahsoka,
oh,
this
right,
one thing
yeah.
about the ship somehow shocks him.
The ship
Yeah.
is different from someone who's gone years in training and then had to go into exile, and then all of a sudden,
See,
okay,
still defending
Darth
it.
Vader couldn't
Still
walk
defending
over fire.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
No, he can't.
He's-
It was
That's his,
mental.
He's
debuff.
mostly
Mental.
robot body at this point.
No,
it's mental.
no,
Even
he's-
though his suit
No,
is fire
no.
resistant,
Darth Vader
it's
is
mental.
grass type. Okay.
He is grass,
Grass
type,
type is
yeah.
weak
grass
to fire.
That's
You
Okay.
true.
got it.
That's true.
His suit is a fire
That's
resistant. He went through lava before in the comics.
Yes. So
Yeah.
and
Well, he
survived.
didn't that
okay,
time.
so that's the point. That's the point, though. I think that what we're trying to say is he's gone through lava and literally got burned alive. But then there's fire that he can't. The force just stops working through the fire. Like he can't just force choke somebody through the fire. Like
Also-
I see Obi-Wan. I see
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Can't. my powers don't work.
He's
The-
too far away.
the
Yeah.
force.
Let me
Fire
grab
hot.
this ship out of the sky.
Sky.
Let me bring this ship down.
Two
and just
episodes
smack
later,
it
let me
into
just
pieces.
badass drop this ship.
ship, but the fire.
Obi-Wan! I see you.
Yeah,
I
like
see you.
all Obi-Wan needs to do is have a torch or something with him,
A
or, like
blowtorch.
or not even a blowtorch. Just have a lighter. Has
Darth
like a
Vader's
big lighter.
Frankenstein, basically.
Yeah,
A fire saber.
yeah.
Iron
A
Yeah.
fire saber.
This is ridiculous. I don't know why you're
Yeah,
questioning
I'm sorry.
that.
That ruined Darth Vader for me. But
But
let's
back
not
to
compare
Ahsoka.
it to let's go to the better things. Back to
Um,
Ahsoka.
You know what? I gotta give it. I don't know if it probably is what happened with Rosario Dawson, but the way she moves and everything is like top notch. Like her fight sequences are really, really, really good.
Yeah, that dual blade, she's really well choreographed.
Dual
with
blade
the
and
dual
very
blades.
acrobatic too.
Mhm,
So I like she seems more fluid when she's like fighting than some of the other portrayals of Jedis I've seen.
I half agree. I think that fight scene could have been better. Just from I don't know, just from past experiences of other lightsaber battles. It just
Such
seemed like
What lightsaber battle would you say is better?
I would even say the most recent one. Obi-Wan versus Vader.
All they did was chuck shit at each other.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
They used he got his half of his mask cut off.
I think
Oh,
Ed's
right.
still
duality.
the duality of the
Yes.
blue and the
Yeah,
red.
with the red and the
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
and
blue.
still
Yes.
like, oh
Yeah,
my
which
goodness,
I- yeah.
it shows the dark side and
Yes.
the fire
Hot.
side.
Yeah, again,
I-
it's been there, done that. All they did was chuck shit at each other and use superpowers. Ahsoka, I just found it cool because it
No,
was basically like
It was actually you're
um,
watching a skilled.
yeah, like
Yeah,
an
I mean,
actual like
I'm
a
s-
samurai or a ninja, someone
Yeah.
that's like very has honed their craft.
Well, I said
because
I half
she doesn't
agree.
have the ability to like bring down buildings or do things like that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I don't know. I mean, she was Obi-Wan, not Obi-Wan. Anakin's
Anakin's
Padawan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's why I expect
Yeah,
a little
but
more.
she's never had that kind of ability.
Well,
She's never
wasn't-
and she
the
never trained with
training wasn't
them.
finished.
Yeah, she never finished her training with
Yeah, because she
Anakin.
walked away.
But
Okay.
okay, so I mean let's go kind of go by episodes, right? So episode one.
Mhm.
Okay, so first off, like the first two episodes are long, right? So they're each an hour pretty much. They're an hour each for the first two episodes. I thought that was good. I did like that. I thought that every episode of Ahsoka was going to be that long. I think it was needed since this is the beginning of the series. Like Ed said, a lot of people probably are not familiar with Rebels or Clone Wars. So this is kind of their first real introduction to Ahsoka outside of the Mandalorian. This was, I think the first episode was pretty. I think this is going back to what Greentuner said. For an hour to set up the story for episode 1 and 2, I believe it was kind of slow at certain parts where you would get a live action, blah, blah, blah. And then boom, next thing you got is a long dialogue session where they're trying to talk and give a little backstory and fill things in. Which I think was necessary, once again, to fill in the people like us. Now I feel like we're caught up with the Rebel story within those 2 hours. So I think that was kind of worth it in the long run.
No, there's still more. That kid is from Rebels. From episode 3.
What kid?
Did you see episode 3?
You just said the kid. I don't know what you're talking about.
So there's a kid, I forgot her name, the Green General. Talked to a kid in the hallway.
Hera's son?
Yes.
Yeah, Jason?
He's a big fan.
Big fans.
The
Yeah,
Green General.
the Green
I forgot her
General.
name.
Rebels.
Yeah, I'm like, it's
fan.
funny how I know the names.
Yeah, huge fan.
Speaking about the Green General, that's Winona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim.
Who's
also
Mary Elizabeth Winstead?
Yes. And she's also married to
big fan.
Obi-Wan.
He's a big fan.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
Harry, he's super big fan.
She's also married to Obi-Wan in real life.
Who is?
Forgot his name.
Huge fan.
McGregor.
Just said her name.
McGregor.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor.
Yes.
Conor
She's
McGregor.
married to Conor McGregor.
Married to who?
Yes.
Conor
Conor who?
McGregor.
Yeah. Conor McGregor. So yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Who's a soccer player right here?
Yeah, he is a soccer player. Dang, you really know your stuff. Oh, that's pretty good.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
He's Obi-Wan.
But no, I thought the first 2 episodes were fine. I thought they were good. I think that we needed those 2 hours. There were some slow points, but I think it really helped build up to episode 3, where we see Ahsoka. I feel like we see a lot of the action really take place. Now that they got a lot of the story out of the way, catching up, now we can get to the action. And I was pleasantly surprised that, one, that Ahsoka was short on the third episode, but it really did have some good action scenes in there. Probably some of the best that we've seen Jedi wise in a while.
Now, I'm loving the villains. Like, I think they're really cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Balin, the Jedi.
Yeah.
And
the Dark Jedi.
The wolves or whatever.
Dark Jedi.
Is that what they're called? Dark Jedi?
Yeah, they're not Siths, and
but that's they're called.
I don't think
Jedi?
that they call themselves anything, do they?
I think they're Dark Jedi. So Siths, they have red lightsabers. Those are orange.
We know. Yeah, I know this.
Yeah, we have eyes.
Yeah,
listen,
exactly.
Are they officially called Dark Jedi though?
I think they are called Dark Jedi.
So they call themselves Dark Jedi.
That is a thing. And the
no. But do they call themselves Dark Jedi?
Yeah, like they say, "Oh, we're the Dark Jedi."
They didn't say, "Well, they don't haunt
exactly.
Jedi."
So they haven't really introduced themselves to anything.
None.
No.
Yes. I have kept myself fresh.
This entire episode is us entrapping Americans.
I mean, it's doing a great job. You're doing great.
Yes, I am.
So I don't know what they call themselves. It says Dark Jedi. I don't see anything of them referring to. I'm looking right now as talking in the comments.
There are Siths, Dark Jedi, and there's Gray, but they're
Gray
not
Jedis.
Not Gray Jedi. They're just called.
All right, give us a breakdown. What is the difference between a Dark Jedi and a regular Jedi?
Regular Jedi is what we all know and love. Like,
I was actually going for it.
Yeah, you asked me, didn't you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
that's right.
After that, nope.
No, I was still looking to Darksyed.
We missed out.
All right, so to be fair, so I'm looking it up now.
They use a Dark Side
it is Dark
Force,
Jedi. That's the name,
Sith.
but they don't refer to them as Dark Jedi.
They're not
the show.
Sith
They
members.
do actually. He is.
They do?
Yeah, he's been called a Dark Jedi of late.
Really?
Yeah, he's been called a Dark Jedi as of late because of his past as a Jedi Knight. And he's Force sensitive, and he's turned to the dark side. So,
but he doesn't consider himself a Sith nor an Inquisitor.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, he doesn't call himself either of the two. So,
yeah, but you didn't prove that. Creamcast did.
You had to rely on
But they
Creamcast
also said they don't. They're not Jedi. They said that. And if they were Siths, they would have red lightsabers, which they don't. Have orange
stop with the
lightsabers.
color thing. Let's not go into that shit.
which is
So come on, have you ever seen a Sith Lord with a green or blue lightsaber?
Maybe.
The
Yes.
Kaiba crystals, they
The what?
corrupt the crystals.
The what
They
crystals?
corrupt it.
Which crystal?
Or Kaiba.
Oh,
One of the two.
Kyber.
They
Kaiba
corrupt it.
crystals.
They corrupt it. Where they infuse your anger and hatred in it. It turns it red.
Like
Blood
the Red
red.
Lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah. In a way. Yeah, very similar.
Anyways, they're real cool characters. I like the apprentice. I think she's got a real cool, like, serious look.
Yes.
Like she's really trying to prove herself, and I like that. But I'm loving Dark Souls guy though. He's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's cool.
He's
Now
also
there's a lot
Is
of
that Balon?
Unfortunately,
no, Dark Souls. I like the other guy.
Ray. I forgot his
Ray.
character name, but
Ray.
the guy who
Yeah.
passed away.
Yeah, rest in
Oh
peace.
no, I'm not talking about Ray
No,
Stevenson.
Ray Stevenson, that's
I'm talking about-
Balon.
I'm talking Balon.
Oh,
I'm talking
the
about
guy
Dark
with the
Souls.
green sash.
No, you're talking about the guy
No.
with the mask on. He
The
doesn't take his mask
mascot.
on. Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
Oh.
the dark. That is
We
the
don't know-
Dark Souls.
Yeah,
No,
we don't know who
that-
he is yet.
Yeah, we don't know who he is.
There's
Oh, that
rumors
guy,
it
yeah.
could be
Isn't that-
someone.
Everybody
Yeah,
thinks.
there's a lot of rumors, but
Yeah, everybody thinks he's Ezra
I think
or
it's.
whatever.
I think there's a lot of
That
I
or
think-
someone else.
I think they're going pretty heavy. Like they've modulated the voice. He has a voice. He speaks with
It's gonna be a
modulation.
woman.
Yeah, I guess it could be.
They're gonna pull a Dick
But I
Tracy.
definitely think it's someone. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
It could be-
that's very insightful. Like he's somebody. We just don't know who he is, but
We
he's
don't
a
know who.
person.
Just somebody.
He's not a droid.
We might find out.
Or you might not.
Yeah, you might not. He might be a person. He might not. He
What if
might
he-
be.
Yeah.
He might be a Jar Jar Binks underneath there. We just don't know.
That would be an
Oh,
awesome plot twist.
That would be dope. Like he
Yeah.
takes off his mask and his Jar
Lip-
Jar.
lips just come
Please, I'll
out.
kill you.
Yeah, right. Like, how are you speaking? Yeah, how are you speaking perfect English before? And all of a sudden now he like,
The mask.
It's weird. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think Balon is probably one of the coolest introductions to, I would say Sith, in the comic.
Oh,
or
you
in
said
this.
it.
I know. I said the word. But he's one of the
Ed,
one
how do
of
you
the
feel
coolest in the
about that?
Sith.
He's
Terrible.
pissed. He's pissed.
Fine.
Yes, I am.
Let's say
I'm
one of
fuming
the
with
best representations of Jedi. Like
And
the,
he
Dark
hasn't even
Jedi.
done he hasn't even done his cool thing yet.
he hasn't done any cool things yet.
He's that cool guy in the background. You're like, I can't wait for him to do something cool.
Yeah,
He's
I
sending
mean,
other
we
people
saw
to do
it
cool
at
stuff.
the beginning.
Well, yeah, we seen him
I
fight.
mean,
Yeah, at the
yeah, I
beginning.
guess we saw him
So
fight.
let me
Yeah,
ask
that-
you. Let me ask
Okay.
you. Have you heard of the possible theory who that person is?
Who?
I'm asking you three before if you know what it is, I'll say his name.
Who is?
I'm gonna guess.
Who Balon is?
Who? Balon?
No,
The guy with
talking
the
about Dark
double.
Souls.
Yeah,
Well,
Dark
that's what you
Souls.
gotta
I
like.
think his
everybody
name is
thinks-
Marcon or something. Is it Marcon? He has a name.
Ezra. I thought it was Ezra. Wasn't it Ezra? or whatever?
No,
Well, that's one thought, but there's also someone else.
Oh,
I think
who?
it's
Darth Maul.
No,
Nailed it.
no.
Hmm.
who's the Star Wars video game character from the new
Rancor guy.
game? No.
No, okay.
Darkseid's on it.
Jedi Survivor. What's his name?
Darkseid's on it.
Huh?
Darkseid is right.
You
Oh,
said
Jedi Survivor. He's Jedi Survivor.
A lot
I
of people
forgot
are
his
saying that.
name.
I forgot his name
Who's
too.
Jedi Survivor?
you talking the main
The
character?
the new game, the main character.
The
from
video
new
game, the red
Uh,
hair.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
red
Wouldn't
hair
that be
guy?
cool? Yeah, because he's mocapped from a real actor. That'd be awesome.
Wait, is that but Cal Kestis?
Cal
Kestis.
Kestis.
Cal
Yeah,
Kestis.
something like that. Yeah.
So you think that's Cal Kestis?
It's
I was just thinking that'd
there's
be cool
a
if he wasn't.
reason why I'm thinking that because of stuff I've seen.
Okay.
I haven't.
Not
Well,
saying
what
it
color are
is.
his eyes though?
Well,
Regular.
we can't see his eyes, but in the game, I think
Oh,
it's
so he has regular eyes in the game.
yeah, regular eyes.
But yeah, we can't see his eyes in the thing.
It's-
Green
To
Tuner's been
turn
asking.
from blue to red.
Yeah,
It's
he
the
goes
yellow.
super. He goes Super
Yellow.
Saiyan. He powers up. Yeah, he powers up and don't do the duality. Just don't do that.
Ed, how will you lose your mind if like the guy's mask gets cut?
He looks
Excuse me?
back. He looks back and it's
No,
like,
it's
There's two colors there. What would happen to you?
yeah, two different
It's different.
lightsabers.
different.
Yeah.
Vader is different because of the duality between Anakin and Vader.
What do you guys
Yeah.
think? What do you think about Shin Hati? She seems like a really cool Padawan, and I really Shin Hati. That's Balon's Padawan.
The
Oh,
Mandalorian one?
No,
Yeah.
that's
I like her intensity.
what's her name? That's
With
Sabine,
the white hair.
that's Sabine Wren.
to be
Oh, the villains.
Yeah, the villains, yeah.
I like her.
She's okay.
Yeah,
I want to see more.
you know, it would be really cool if like they would have did like a Star Wars Vision. Remember that chick that went with the Sith lady?
Yeah.
And that would have been cool. Like they had like some backstory like that. Like it was really
Yeah.
her or something like that.
Mhm.
That'd been kind of cool.
I
But
would
that's,
love that.
but
But
you know, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I feel like her character is very she's very quiet, very stoic.
I've
Balin,
seen it
Balin.
before.
Oh,
I feel like there's a lot
who, the actor?
behind
No, that quiet whatever.
the.
I mean,
Oh,
we've
quiet
had Darth
stoic, yeah.
Maul,
Sure.
where it was like this quiet,
Well-
like intense character.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
but
she
think
pulled a few Darth Maul scenes.
she's got like in her performance. Generally, I'm not just the fighting sequence.
Mhm.
She's definitely got that like she's trying to prove something to Balon about herself. Like she's trying to get to something. Like she's chasing after something. There's like a
Balin.
determination in like he gives her an order and the way she answers, the way she questions the chick,
Authority.
the what's her name? Dark Sister or
Night
Oh, the
Sister.
witch?
Night
Yeah,
Sister,
yeah.
the Night Sister.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Big
I
fan.
just think there's a like subtlety in her performance that I like.
You know,
I agree
that
with
what
that.
also confirms her Dark Jedi. So Jedi Padawans, they have
Braid?
the braid. She has
The
that
braid,
single
yeah.
braid.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is Ed onto something?
No, I'm
Is-
just
I don't know,
confirming.
he's just
Dark Jedi.
regurging whatever he saw on that.
Yeah,
Don't do
confirm-
that.
He's just
YouTube.
confirming something
No.
Creamcast
I'm just
confirmed already.
confirming.
Don't do that. Ed
I'm just
is doing
confirming.
Ed's doing his thing. He's a true Star Wars fan here. No, I mean I do like her character. I feel like her character is it's so weird because you have Balin, who is like the stoic guy, and it seems like his Padawan, she has something to prove, right? But she's also seems like she's very prone to mistakes, like trying to rush things. But then talking to the Night Sister, she's like super demeaning as well. Like in that last episode, she let Ahsoka go. She lost Ahsoka, or Ahsoka was able to get to the ring, right?
The ring, yeah.
And then she's
You
like,
almost got her.
yeah, almost got her. And like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it from here, Night Sister.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I like that. I like her answer.
yeah, and she was like, dude, like you're the one that lost her in the first place, and then or you didn't destroy her before she got to the ring, and then you lost her when you got down to the planet. I'm like, you're talking a lot of shit. But it kind of reminds me of Anakin, right? How Anakin was very hot-headed, wanted to prove himself, thought he was
Brash,
brash, like he was the shit, and then constantly was fucking up where Obi-Wan had to save his ass. So I really do like her character. I like Sabine Wren. I like the fact that they have a character who is a Padawan who ain't got no damn skills. Like the most she can do is swing her lightsaber, but you see that she easily got her ass whooped by a true Padawan. So I'm kind of curious of what they're gonna do with her. I hope they don't go some cheesy route where she goes from being the worst Jedi or the worst Padawan in the history of Padawans to all of a sudden pulling starships out of the air because now she's found her purpose and now she's a true Jedi. I hope they.
Well,
Isn't
she's,
she embracing her Mandalorian?
Mandalorian
Roots?
Yeah, she is.
So maybe that's the way it's gonna go.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, she could be the first Mandalorian
She could be
Jedi.
a force sensitive, sort of bounty huntress or whatever.
Sure.
she that there is another Mandalorian Jedi.
Oh yeah?
All right.
Oh shit.
Look at the true Star Wars expert here.
Damn.
Thank you.
damn.
Thank you.
I mean,
Look at
Darksyed.
that.
I mean,
Right.
you're killing it right now. All right. So, how do you guys feel? I mean, overall with Ahsoka, when you put this compared to the other Star Wars series that have come out so far, with such as Andor, Obi-Wan, Book of Boba, how does this feel?
Oh, Book of Boba's on the bottom of my list.
Is it though? Is it
Surprisingly.
really that bad?
Yeah,
It is. Okay. I just
It
want to make
is.
sure. Yeah, we're all on the same page. How do you guys feel about Ahsoka and where it stands currently?
Episode 1. I feel that
Well, it's overall, my friend.
overall, well, I kind of dissect into 2 parts because I saw episode 1 and 2 in the same night.
Okay, so what's
Um,
your overall feel?
Well, I'm getting to that. So slow your roll, know your roll, and slow it down. I feel that that episode 4 needs to be picked up because I think it lost some steam at episode 3. I think it's going too slow. I don't know how many episodes are going to be on in total, but I think episode 3 kind of slowed things down
Wait, you think 3 is slower than
than
2?
1
The
and 2.
first 2-hour long ones.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
disagree, man.
my
That was
expectations. Well, my
a
expectations when
30-minute
you're.
action sequence not fast enough for you?
Well, how many episodes are there going to be in total?
I don't know.
With
I'm just
6?
saying. 3
Hopefully
is
not
pretty
5.
fast pace.
I mean, we're in episode 3. There's probably going to be 3 episodes left. Hopefully more. I do want to see more because I do like Ahsoka. 3 kind of just like slowed things down for me because I was expecting a little bit more. I was expecting them to go to the other galaxy by now or something. I was expecting more than just a little dogfight.
I think that's way too fast paced. I would have told them to slow it down a little if they went right to that next galaxy. They're
Well, I
clearly
think-
building up to that.
Yeah, but I think they could have done more than 30 minutes.
Well,
I
I
think
mean-
episode 1 and 2 kind of messed things up a little bit for me because I saw both in one night and enjoying it. I think the pace was good. Then again, it was both an hour. This was 30 minutes. I was expecting a little bit more than that.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
I kind of disagree. I'm not gonna lie, I disagree with you on the pace portion. I feel like this was I think episode 3 was a little bit more faster pace. You went through the Jedi training scene at the beginning. You had the argument with the council, with General Hera Syndulla. You had then the space scene, the space dogfight, and then getting to now the planet. You see Balin pretty much like, yeah, fucking let's kill them, you know. So I mean, I feel like it was a lot more action oriented than this episode. Overall, I say that this series is doing very well so far. Not as good as Andor still, in my opinion. Andor is still king at the moment.
Top tier.
Yeah, it's still top tier. I think that's top tier storytelling. I think Andor gives us everything that we want, minus the Jedi. Cool Jedi scenes. I would say that this is definitely better than the Obi-Wan. That's for sure. Obi-Wan, I think, was a little too ambitious. I think in our mind we wanted to be ambitious, and it wasn't as ambitious as we wanted it to be. Still good. I enjoy Obi-Wan to an extent, but yeah, it takes the cake over that. The one thing I do, now I'm comparing this to the movies only because I'm being hypercritical. Was the space fighting scene. I know you guys hate the last 3 movies so far. I mean, I don't think I say hate is a strong word. You're not as pleased with it.
You got it right.
I thought that was pretty good. They did it.
Hey, yeah.
Well, I liked them. I believe that the fight scenes, the dog fight scenes with the X fighters, in the last 3 hit it better a lot. I don't think it hit the best. I think in pure action.
I don't know
sequence.
if I agree with any of that.
Okay, you don't have to agree with it, and that's fine.
Which scene were you thinking of?
There's
the one
only
scene,
one scene that I can think of, and that's when they went into hyperspace, and they cut through a ship.
Oh, that was
yeah, that was in Last Jedi.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I remember the scene where Poe was piloting, having a dogfight. I forgot on which planet, and they went from the space and they went into the atmosphere, and pretty much he was like doing like crazy ass
That
banks.
was also Last Jedi. He was going through the planet and then he came out.
Yeah, I like that. I thought that was good.
That was good too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that has some of the best dogfight scenes. And I'm not talking about like overall story, like you're thinking of like the original trilogies.
Yeah.
I thought like just pure action wise, it was really good. Not really tied to the story. It was just a good action sequence. So the one thing I use that as a standard of performance when I see dogfight scenes like that are not really story driven, but are still supposed to be fun action sequences.
I would disagree. I think this episode 3 of the show was way better than anything from those movies. In terms of space dogfight.
Okay.
I think this was really engaging. I think there were different set pieces, like when she steps out of the ship. I've never seen that before.
We've never seen that
was a cool
before.
idea.
We have seen that before, actually.
In Star Wars? Oh.
Yeah, we've seen that in Visions. Remember? There was that one Visions.
Is that the second
You
season?
haven't watched Visions?
It was the first. Yeah, you didn't watch. That's what you were about to say. You didn't watch Visions?
I didn't watch the second season. I wasn't on that episode.
Oh, you weren't? Yeah, that's true. First season.
Oh.
Remember first season where they had like the Luke Skywalker kid? He was fighting his twin sister or something like that.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, the super
But
anime.
okay,
one.
so
Super
I guess we've
anime,
never
yeah.
seen it in real.
In
life.
real, yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah, we never seen
But it makes
real.
total sense that a Jedi would be able to do that, right? So I think that
was cool.
this is one of those things where like Dave Filoni is like a cartoon idea, right? Like,
Yeah.
It feels like a cartoon idea, but he's managed to like, even in the first episode where she like used her lightsabers to cut a hole into the ground, like George Lucas would never do that. Like that's definitely comes from like an animated background. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit was. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was
like,
cool.
Yeah.
It worked. It worked in the series. You know what I mean? It worked in the sequence. So I'm excited for stuff like that, where Dave Filoni has like this firm understanding of Star Wars through his eyes. So there is a singular vision that he has that I like, and I get the feel of that was not in Obi-Wan, was not in Book of Boba Fett. Andor has it. Andor has that, like, it was just a different burn on that, the tone, but it does have that same like singular vision. And then you could say Mando too has that, a little bit of that, but it got a little off track. Like in the first 2 seasons were more on the ground than the third one.
Sure, I can agree with that.
You know what I mean? But yeah, going back to that third episode, I thought he took it's like he's making a movie, like a long 6 or 8 hour, 10-hour movie. This was his space chase sequence, and he did a lot of cool, interesting things in it. So, yeah, I liked it a lot. Yeah, I'm excited I hope he does that with different episodes. Like, I'd like to see a speeder bike chase through his eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or some type of sequence like that. But he does that. There's good action sequences in this series. Very well done.
Yeah, I would expect that from her being Anakin's ex-Padawan. I'm expecting some stuff from Ahsoka. I'm liking the series.
What about you, Greentuner? What you think so far?
I like it. I mean, you guys know how I feel about Star Wars.
You're a super fan.
I like it for where it is.
The biggest fan there is.
Yeah, biggest fan.
Yeah, the biggest fan in the world.
Yeah,
Yes,
if you actually read his hat, actually that's a Star Wars hat in Japanese.
Mhm.
Yeah, limited edition. You can't even get it anywhere.
It's in the Star Wars language, actually.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah, or Japanese. It's like he goes to a Japanese restaurant, is in kanji. He's like, "That's a made up characters. That's not real."
It doesn't even say shit.
He's like watching Dragon Ball Z in the original in Japanese language, and he just goes to the next person like, they're not even speaking real language. That's all. That's fake.
Who they trying to fool?
Yeah, like we know this is really Star Wars language. I mean, oh god.
Greentuner goes to Japan, just is yelling in the streets. You're not fooling anyone.
Yeah, we all know you guys are
You're all
aliens.
frauds. George Lucas made up your entire culture.
Yeah.
I bet if I break through this cop window,
This just
I'll
made a
see
paper.
a studio set behind.
But no, yeah, no, this is a great series. Now, Darksyed, I think you brought up a really great point. With as you always do, that this episode was some anime types, like, or this so far this series has been on some anime Japanese
for sure
action sequences where
Yes.
I mean, if you have the access to the Force, right? Like, am I gonna sit there and spin around and cut a hole through through the floor? Nah, I'm gonna be like,
I'd be Emperor, baby.
Yeah.
Just keep my distance.
Yeah.
Just electrocute everybody.
power, ultimate power. So like, oh no,
Yes.
unlimited power.
Use your anger.
Yeah.
Let it feed you.
So like, if I was a Jedi, like, I'm not gonna lie, I ain't walking up to grab. I'll be the most obese Jedi because I'm gonna be like, yeah, let me get that cup from the kitchen.
I'd be
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
it called?
what?
The race from Dune, where the leader's on that little hovering chair.
Harnikin.
Harkonnens?
The
Harkonnens,
Harnickens, yeah. I'd be one of those if I were a Jedi. I would just constantly levitate my seat
So,
around.
yeah, like, man, I need to take. I mean, I wouldn't even like go to the bathroom and pee. I would just tell like Jedi in my pee. Like, as the stream comes out,
Yeah.
Jedi straight into the toilet. Like, yeah, like why are you peeking from another room? Like, don't worry about it. I'm a Jedi.
Like
bitch.
basically, I would be such a lazy Jedi that would like my legs would atrophy.
Yeah,
I would
right.
not be able to walk anymore.
Yeah, but you'll be the
Just
strongest
super
force user.
skinny and just dangling off the seat.
You'll be the strongest Jedi though. You will have the strongest force powers by like you could literally like force move a planet and so forth. I mean, that would be kind of awesome. But in either
Pretty
case,
sweet.
yeah, it was pretty cool. Even the fight scene at the shipyard, with Ahsoka when she was fighting that one guy.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, and then she had her back turned, and dude was like forced his,
Oh,
his
and then-
bringing his
saber
dual
back?
lightsaber back.
Yeah, she's just like,
yeah,
and she just
yeah, that part was really
ducked
cool.
out of the
like-
way. Really
I'm
cool.
like,
Yeah.
that's my fucking Ahsoka right there.
That is my
Again,
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka is more of a ninja or like a samurai than any of the other Jedis that I've seen,
Which-
aside maybe from Yoda.
Well, that's what
who's
they're doing.
basically, yeah.
They're doing that. They're making a Star Wars movie it's supposed to be in the works that goes back like what 10,000 years to the original, like the start of the Jedi, and it's supposed to be more like Japanese culture or like Asian culture where they're like they draw the Jedi or their lightsabers like as like actual swords as opposed to like lightsabers and everything else, and how,
Well,
like it's supposed to be really cool
like I said,
stylized.
I like the way that she fought. I'm sorry, or she fights is very like refined. Like she
Fought.
knows what to do, where to do, and it's like very fluid and slick.
Yeah,
I thought it was very cool.
No, it's Anakin's Padawan.
she's very stoic. I
Anakin
love
wasn't
that
doing
about-
that shit, son.
Well, Anakin was doing
Yeah,
cool
that's
shit.
true.
You don't remember?
He
when
was doing
fought
cool
Du-
shit, but
when
not,
he fought
not
Dooku.
like that, though.
Wait,
Yeah,
he fought
Dooku,
Dooku
but
the
he got
second
his hand
time?
cut off.
Yeah, no, the first time he got his
I don't
hand
know if
cut
that
off.
was a cool fight. I don't remember that being a cool fight.
Yeah.
Wait, the second one was a cool fight.
I thought the Grievous fight was cool,
I
to
don't
be
know
honest.
if that was a cool.
Grievous
yeah.
fight was cool.
The
Yeah,
only
I was
really
gonna
cool
say,
fight was
Obi-Wan
Yeah.
versus General Grievous was cool.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
that was
he
way
ran
cooler.
away most of the time. Like, can we be honest?
I mean,
Like-
would you
Yeah,
run
dude
away
got, like,
too if you
6
said like
arms.
had four
Yeah, what the
lightsabers going
hell?
at you at the
Yeah,
same time?
it's basically like fighting 6 Jedis.
I mean, that was true. But I'm saying like Obi-Wan
Like Goro
ran.
with lightsabers.
Yeah, like Obi-Wan's like screw this stuff, and he just like
Yeah.
just started dipping out.
Fuck this.
Yeah. But no, I thought Anakin. But have you guys seen the behind the scenes of the original like Anakin fights? How they
No.
choreographed? There were some
Think so.
really cool stuff that they had planned out. Like not the Obi-Wan where they're just sitting there like you guys gonna attack each other?
Yeah,
Like,
just chucking shit at each other. Yeah,
behind the back. So like, what the fuck you
yeah
guys doing?
here's
remember
a
that
chunk
scene.
of rock.
Yeah, let me
Here's
just-
a bigger chunk of
Like,
rock.
dude, let me just shoot you. Like, let's get this over
Yeah.
with. Like, but they had some really cool choreography. I don't know if George Lucas said that's too cool for my movies. I want them to be like more like knights and so forth, which is whatever. But no, this really cool action
The
scenes.
best, nothing will top the Darth Maul Episode 1 fight.
Yes, that is
It's-
still to this
the-
day
That
the
is,
best.
Yes, it is.
yeah.
The
the
movements in
music.
that, the choreography in that fight is
Well, the actor they
Insane.
got,
like
he was
Was he a
yeah,
dancer
Ray-
like or something?
Ray Park?
so
Or
yeah, Ray Park.
slick. Yeah, Ray
Yeah.
Parks.
yeah, wasn't
Yeah,
he like a
Ray
dancer or stuntman or something?
Something.
Yeah, he was
Uh,
Toad in
Stunner
X-Men,
for sure.
baby.
Yeah, he was Toad in X-Men.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
been in a bunch of stuff.
Y'all put that at the
Snake
top.
Eyes
Y'all put that at the top of
fights
Unfortunately,
fights.
of fights.
unfortunately,
Yes,
Of
I
all
would.
the fights, all the Star Wars fights,
Yeah.
I would
or
say
just
so.
of the
Yes, I would.
or of that trilogy.
I don't know.
I
That's
would-
why I'm
I-
asking.
I would-
Yeah.
I would put it at the top. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
best one.
unfortunately.
I'll put it at the top. Entertainment wise, it is
Yeah.
at the top.
I would disagree. I'll still put the Dooku fight. The
I
second
gotta
time.
watch this Dooku fight again.
I
'cause
gotta
don't
fight
remember
again.
it at all.
To be honest, I don't. It wasn't that memorable to
Well,
me.
you
as
remember
it
the
was
other
so
fights.
quick.
The
Dooku
cool thing,
was Christopher Lee, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Are you
remember,
sure? Because he was like, I remember that.
Wait, are you talking
I remember
Yoda
that
versus
they had to
Dooku?
tone down that because he was not physically capable. Of,
he's not
He
physically
wasn't.
capable.
actor was not like. It was
Yeah.
just like cool. We got Christopher Lee in the movie, and then it was like he's like, I'm not doing all this shit though.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. Like, if you watch the behind the scenes where you see Hayden Christensen doing his fight choreography,
yeah.
it was supposed to be like, because remember, Dooku was supposed to be one of the greatest Jedi lightsaber masters. Like,
yeah, man.
in the
Learn from
show.
Yoda.
yeah, in the show, like,
Yoda's a presence.
Yoda was like, he was second to Yoda, but like,
Where was Mace Windu?
he was being a giant turkey.
He-
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying
was.
in the scale.
Mace Windu was supposed to actually be very talented as well, but I don't know if
Yeah.
he was up to
Mace
Dooku.
Windu has a okay. I remember reading this. Mace Windu has a his fighting style is unique to all the Jedi. This is getting some nerd shit out there, but
Didn't he do
He
the
tapped into the dark side.
Didn't he
yeah,
do
he
the
taps
ones?
into a little bit of dark side in his fight.
Wasn't his
in
fighting
his
style
fight.
the forbidden fighting style?
The
Like
forbidden fighting style?
Yes.
yeah, like where you're
And he's
supposed to
one of
like
the only ones who
yeah,
did it.
you're supposed to be
It's
able
a cool
to
idea.
yeah. For those that don't
The
they don't know
5-finger
about
punch.
yeah, 5-finger punch
Yep.
death, yeah,
Yeah.
Kill Bill. The forbidden fighting style was you would turn your lightsaber off, like so you would go for an attack, turn your lightsaber off, so that the other person would miss, and then you could be able
Pass
to quickly,
through.
you could pass through and kill them. You'll turn it back on as soon as you, instead of them being able to parry, you'll turn it on and pretty much be able to kill them instantly, which was considered
But you
dishonorable.
have to quote the Bible when you do it.
Oh,
Wow.
The Pulp Fiction
Bible?
oh yeah, you have
Pulp
to do the
Fiction.
whole, the whole
yeah, you got to do the whole
Oh
Bible
yeah,
verse.
and I shall smite thee.
with great vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, so yeah, Mace Windu, I thought he was pretty up there, but yeah, the fight scene between Dooku and Anakin, I thought was pretty cool. Just
Okay,
like
I'll
I
have
just
to
like,
watch it.
Oh yeah, I'll
It's
watch it,
short.
but I seem to recall it being pretty lame.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yes.
pretty lame.
and maybe I'm thinking
Back
of just
in the
like
day.
maybe I'm thinking of the potential of what it could be when I saw the behind the
You're
scenes.
seeing the behind the scenes
Yeah,
of
I
what
think
could
Yeah,
have
I
been.
think it's
but
because you saw it
it's
behind the scenes,
what
and in
we
your mind,
saw-
you're actually making those scenes happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's what it is.
But in canon, they were lame.
yeah, sure,
Unfortunately.
sure. And I'll say the not Mace Windu,
Dooku,
not Dooku,
Anakin,
no,
Maul.
Maul, yeah, Maul,
Lobot.
yeah, the Maul fight
Lobot.
was pretty cool. Like, especially when he went from single lightsaber, all of a sudden, like he busts out a second one, you're like, oh man,
Yeah, we'd never
Yeah.
seen
Well,
that.
he's
fighting two people at once was awesome.
yeah, when he was fighting two people, yeah, but when he busts out the second one, you're like, damn, they're fucked. Like we have never
Exactly.
seen.
He was taking on
Yeah.
2 Jedis.
They're taking 2 Jedis at the same time,
Yeah.
so yeah, that was amazing. Though.
he's one of my favorite Darths. Not Vader. Vader's my top favorite. Well, no, is it Vader my top favorite?
There's everyone's top
Yeah,
favorite.
everybody
Ed, you're
is
my
annoying.
favorite dork. How about that?
Well,
Aw,
I'm not a dork, so I mean, I'm a nerd.
He's a
Big
nerd.
difference,
Yeah.
baby.
All right, cool. So, all right. I mean, we're going on pretty long with this episode.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and just give our blurries so far on episode 1, 2, 3. Overall, let's do an overall one. How do you guys feel
Overall,
about?
I would say overall it's sitting at a cool 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, very good.
Greentuner, what about you?
7.
7. All right, TheEdUnderground, what do you think?
7.5.
And myself, I would give it an 8. Really enjoyed the series.
Oh,
so.
we're around the same thing always. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I think most people do like it. Now, quick question.
If it didn't have Rosario Dawson, I don't think I would rate it as high, to be honest.
Well, she is
Good.
favorite.
Very good.
Yeah,
It
she
adds
is.
the flavor to it.
Yeah, she is everybody's favorite Osaka, or favorite actor for Osaka.
Yep.
Osaka.
Osaka,
Osaka?
Japan.
Osaka.
Yes.
Osaka. Ahsoka. Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Now the
Keep
voice actor.
going. Keep
Yeah,
going
come
with
on.
the free
No, I'm not doing it.
Reform Association.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Ahsoka. What else?
No, Super Ahsoka.
Super Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like somebody came up with that. I'm not gonna give
Yeah,
credit to.
Creamcast.
I have no idea.
Yeah. But no, it was. Yeah, this is a good series. I look forward to it. I don't think. Do any of us know how many episodes it's gonna be?
I have no
No.
idea. I hope.
I want to be surprised.
I would love it if it was 7, but it's probably gonna be 6.
Yeah, I hope
You know what?
that.
I'm more like enjoying the ride here, so I'm just gonna take it as
Oh,
it
I actually know
comes.
how many episodes it is.
Please don't be 4.
No,
5.
8 episodes.
No.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
yeah.
it's still got a
Awesome.
few more.
Okay,
to...
good.
Yeah, I'm basing this off of, which is weird actually. I'm looking at I'm looking on IMDb. Rosario Dawson, it says 8 episodes. Sabine Wren, 8 episodes. But then it has Huang, which is the robot, is 3 episodes. When I think we've seen Huang in every episode thus far. So I'm like, and we're
say
not
goodbye.
yeah, we're about to say goodbye to him. Like,
R.I.P.
but I don't think that's right.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Oh, this is weird too. I don't want to say this, but I'll say it.
No, don't say it. No.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying this is
No.
spoilers.
Say it.
Stand by
Spoilers.
for spoilers. Hayden Christensen.
Say it.
Hayden Christensen, baby, he's in the next one.
Hell yeah.
But they have Balin. Balin is only 3 episodes in. I mean, and as everybody knows, I mean, if
Well, I
it's a
think
secret,
he's in it.
Yeah.
For
yeah, he's passed away. But they only have him showing for 3 episodes, so I believe that he's gonna be in the rest of them. Is Ed going through?
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why he keeps
And
saying
that's why
Zepho.
Hayden Christensen is cool that he's actually gonna pop in
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the next couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Why would he have a credit though, Ed?
yeah.
Why
That's
would he have a
crazy.
Credit.
I hate
Yeah.
you so much.
Now the actor who played Lobot is also
Mhm.
credited.
Yeah, and
What do you think that could mean?
and the funny
Will
thing
I
is,
lose my shit? Maybe. I
uh,
will lose my shit if that happens.
you know, and the funny thing is that Ezra Bridger, right? They have 2 different versions of Ezra
Who was
in the
the
credits.
pit monster wrangler? What was his name?
Yeah. Rancor.
Rancor
The
handler.
Rancor Keeper
Yeah.
is
he's
also
top
making
10.
a
He's
cameo.
top 10. Man, he's top 10. These are top 10 Star Wars characters. Fuck Darth
He's
Maul.
Still sad about the Rancor dying. So-
That's tragic.
It was very tragic, very very sad.
So what are you saying? Hayden Christensen? Is in it?
No,
Yeah.
Hayden
Jedi.
Christensen, yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Hayden
making a
Christensen,
cameo
yeah.
in one of these
Force.
episodes.
They called him Darth. They said Darth Vader is gonna be in this, and also
Yeah.
Anakin. Crazy.
As
it's
they
crazy.
should be by
Nah,
apprentice.
there's no. But no, what I'm saying is like Ray Stevenson, Balin. Are they gonna replace him? Did he finish?
He did all episodes.
I
He did all
believe
episodes?
he
Okay.
finished, yeah. So I think they'll probably kill him off. I think he had a clean.
Clean
Because
death.
I think you would have heard they would have had to address it, right?
Yeah, to replace him.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause,
Yeah. So they're not, unless they do, and later on, and we just don't know about it.
yeah. I mean, that could happen.
Could happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have him on 3 episodes. I think with Rosario Dawson, obviously I think so this might not be complete. I think they might be pushing out episode by episode.
Real
but-
quick, we never talked about what do you think is in that other galaxy? I mean, I think obviously we know that they're looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn. What do you think's in that? Like, clearly it's a big mystery, right? So, what do you think's out there?
I would say watch the end for the second to end of Rebels. It might clue in some things. Maybe.
Oh, what's behind that thing?
Or what's in the other galaxy.
All right, we're just gonna
Alright.
tell us. I mean, spoiler
The
alert.
USS Enterprise.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Finally.
Yeah,
Finally.
tell us.
happening.
Or even the Borg is there.
All right, tell us that. What mysteries do you think are back there?
So in the
Doesn't
second
know. He's just gonna like
Let him.
draw from his. It's gonna be faulty information.
Let the man
It's
cook.
Yes, you can
I
watch
don't
this
remember
on
exactly.
you can watch this
All right,
on
you
Disney
can cook
Plus.
for a little time
Yeah.
because we're running long.
Yeah, go ahead.
So-
Let's go ahead.
In the second to last episode of Rebels, Ezra extends his hand into a portal, pulls out Ahsoka right before Vader is about to kill her.
Mm.
They're in a different part of the galaxy. I don't know what the name of the galaxy, but it's different from the galaxy that we're all that we know about. I would just say watch the second to last episode of Rebels.
Okay, so you didn't tell us shit. Okay, you know,
Yeah,
agree.
again, as
Yeah,
I said,
different galaxy.
Great.
I fucking
All
said.
right.
What
As
happened?
predicted,
welcome.
we learned
Jesus Christ,
nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I literally
Oh,
was
you
like,
learned.
Ed,
All right.
I said, Ed,
We
tell
got
us what you
dumber.
think is on
We
the other
actually got
galaxy.
dumber.
We
Yeah.
literally
actually
got worse
False.
information.
Yeah, we
I
could
know
have just
less
called
now.
it.
Ed,
Yeah, we could have
Ed.
just finished
The
in a
Barty
nice
Galaxy.
tight bow, but we had to go out with just a whimper.
Yeah, jeez. I mean, that makes
Makes
me
you
sad.
excited though, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
No.
I was literally giving you a bone to be like, oh, impress us. Tell us something that we don't know, and you can give us some information. And you literally just said, well, Ezra pulled her out of the portal. That answers no question of what's on the other
So
side
you
of the
didn't
galaxy.
know.
the portal. Hello.
Hello, there is a portal over there. Okay,
Yeah.
And they're in
sorry.
a different galaxy.
Got
So you
it.
didn't know.
Damn, I am so happy now that I know that. Baby. All right,
Ed.
Ed.
Ed. Ahsoka
That is my
these
name.
nuts.
So
Ahsoka these
Yes.
nuts.
soak,
Too bad you
I
don't
said it.
got him.
I said it.
Too bad you don't got him.
soak these nuts in your mouth.
So come on.
All right, let's go
Too bad you
ahead.
don't got him.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap
Come
it
on
up.
in. Take us out.
Yeah, take it out.
95?
Final one.
95, sir.
Oh wait, Ed gets ragged on every
Every
episode.
episode, yes.
Yeah, because these guys are
Yeah,
losers.
he does.
I'm the only
Yes, he
winner
does.
here.
Yeah,
Maybe you'll
5
learn it
episodes
here.
of quality.
quality
Mhm.
episodes. I mean, it's probably one of our favorite pastimes, ragging on Ed, especially when he says
Mhm.
crazy things like, "Hey, I know what happens at the end. I'm gonna clue you guys
Am
in."
I wrong now?
And then he
Am
just
I wrong
says
now?
they're in a different
You
galaxy.
probably are wrong.
I am not wrong.
More
Look at
than
it.
Sounds
likely,
like
you're
the
wrong.
Go
shadiest-
on Disney Plus. Look at the episode yourself.
We
Boom.
will.
You're
I
welcome.
will. I will watch it right after this episode. So,
As you should, my
Thank you for
Padawan.
localizing it to the second half of an entire series.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh
Pick up
my
the
All right.
second
God.
half.
All right, take us
All
out.
right, Ed.
All right,
Take us
take
out.
us out.
Take us
Ed.
out.
Yes, this has been episode 95 of the Blurred Podcast. As always, you can watch us here on twitch.tv/the Blurred Podcast.
Dracula.
Yeah, that was.
That Dracula?
Yeah, that was definitely
Pretty
Dracula.
good.
Suck your blood.
Fuck your
That
blood.
was the Emperor. But anyways,
Oh god, that was the
yes,
Emperor?
this
Well,
is
that-
episode
that's what that
95.
was?
Yes, it was.
So the
Oh.
Empire's from like
Use the
Transylvania.
Force,
Is that what's
Jedi.
going on there?
Yes.
Blah. Darth Vader.
My name is Vader.
Skywalker.
My name is Dr. Vader.
The creatures of the night.
The Jedi.
Yes.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode
Wow.
95 of the Blurred Podcast. As always, you can watch
He's
us and
Grandpa
talk to us
Monster.
live here
The
on
Emperor.
twitch.tv/the Blurred Podcast. And you can listen to us anytime, anywhere, any place on all major podcasting platforms. May the force be with you, Jedi.
Ahsoka these
Peace out.
nuts.
Yeah, so could these
Super
nuts.
Sokas.
All right.
Oh
later,
no, my
guys.
camera froze.
Yeah, this is perfect time. All right, blur you later.
Talk to you later.